So, I finished Epic, and it was really good. Yeah. Honestly, no, Epic was very, very fun. A very good thing. Very good show. Um, I do have some gripes with the last quarter of it. I just feel like it was a tad rushed, though also for the version of the story they were trying to tell, it worked well enough. I just think some characters are a bit underutilized in the latter half. I think Telemachus, whilst his main songs are great, I don't know why they were in the grander scheme of things. I understand it was kind of so. To my understanding, it was released in I guess volumes originally, right? Like different sagas, and for those they're great, but he doesn't do much in the main story, so I'm a bit confused as to why he had such a major focus when he doesn't do that much. Even in the finale, he doesn't do much. They cut out a lot of things in the book, which I can understand a lot. I think a lot of it is mainly for pacing and stuff. They had Odysseus go head to head in a battle against Poseidon, which is very interesting. It's very anime, right? It's very anime, and it was cool. It's very cool. It's really like a modern invention, though. Okay, no, I don't want to say that. I was gonna say it's a modern invention that humans fought gods one-on-one. Not really. So in the Odyssey, actually, Menelaus tells the story of how he fought the god Proteus in a wrestling match. Proteus being this shape-shifting deity, and it's like the idea is that Menelaus is this heroic figure, this hero, so he's above other men, so only he can do this. And yeah, it can happen, but again, only against lesser beings. I mean, even then, Odysseus goes up again, obviously with a bit of divine help from Hermes and the moly flower. The moly root? I guess it's a root more than anything. It's a type of herb. With moly, he's able to go toe-to-toe with Circe and lock her down. There were some nice changes. I like the fact that Odysseus didn't cheat on his wife. I think even... Well, okay, so whilst it would have been morally acceptable to do that because he had essentially conquered Circe at that point, and a lot of the mentalities behind this kind of thing were oh, you conquered this person, so therefore you can do as you wish with them. In my understanding, at the very least, because he defeated Circe and conquered her, he had by right means to do with what he would with her sexually as he would. Now, I don't know if the Greeks like that at the time. Obviously, they understood that, being unfaithful was bad. Otherwise, there wouldn't be so many stories about Hera being appalled and angry at the acts of mortals and gods for that matter, who have been unfaithful to their spouses. Yeah. It was... How do I put this? I'm not sure how audiences from the time would have responded to that, whether they thought it would have been fine or whether it's a bit of a betrayal of Penelope when it constantly talks about Penelope and how him and her are basically perfect matches for each other, and he's trying to get home to see her, and it's all very lovely and cute and romantic. Romantic being the key word here. But I think him sleeping with other people like Circe and Calypso kind of downplays that a bit. So I understand why that wasn't in the Epic the Musical. It's not. I don't think it's just a modern audience thing. I think it's just a writing thing, where it's to rationalize it to a modern audience is it's to modern sensibility is nearly impossible. To rationalize it to an audience at the time probably would have been understandable for the men watching or the men listening at least, but probably may have been seen by some as rather in poor taste. It does mention even in the first. As I was reading the books the other day, it mentions how Odysseus' dad, whose name I can't remember, the top of Laertes, I think it was. He had ownership of the nursemaid Euphemion or something like that. I can't remember her name now. but he had ownership of her, and said he could have slept with her, but he didn't out of love for her. He adored her like a family member, and he didn't, and she's been like the family nurse for decades. Hello, Rescue. How are you doing, my friend? Rescue, have you seen Epic the Musical? I just finished it last night, and it was very good. Some interesting changes from the original story of the Odyssey, and some things which I wasn't too keen on in terms of just pacing of it. Overall, though, I think it was a great show. Lots of great numbers in it, lots of great songs. A lot of the changes, whilst I have problems with them for pacing reasons, I can understand them for the story it was trying to tell, and for just for the pacing of the music of a musical format. I saw bits of Epic. I see. Okay, so there were lots of small changes, like they go up against the Cyclops Polyphemus, and he in the musical he drugs him. Odysseus drugs him by mixing lotus flower into his wine, which knocks him out. Now, that makes a lot of sense in the musical. You can explain that in like a line or two, which it does. It just explains I mixed lotus in his drink in the one line. In the original written poem, which I guess would have more been orally done, really. It wouldn't spoken. It would, as we have a written version by Homer, it would have been spoken. It would have been performed, but like most poetry is. But yes, it's Pride Month. Rescue, do not bring that up. It is fucking bullshit. Rescue, I'm gonna give you a moment to rescind that statement. Right now, listen here. I'm not gay. For me, it is not Pride Month, it is June. The amount of fucking bullshit pride jokes which are not funny and have never been funny is fucking obnoxious. And the fact that people bring it up like it's the next big thing, fuck off. Fuck right. This isn't. I don't mean that to you personally, Rescue. I mean the whole idea of it. It's a commercialized fucking mess. Right? It's the same people who bring up Pride Month all the time are the same people who bring up fucking No Nut November when it comes to November. You are not funny. You are not interesting. You are a boring little sack of turd. Again, not personal Rescue, the very concept of people doing it. Does that make sense? Right? It does. Oh. Listen, if your one personality trait is happy Pride, like, you're not a person. You are not a person. Jump off a fucking building with a fucking parachute. Maybe that will give you some personality. Skydiving, I guess that would be at that point. Yeah, go do skydiving. Oh. It just... Again, it's nothing personal, Rescue. It's just very annoying. It annoys me a lot. It annoys me a lot when people bring up Pride Month like everyone cares about it. I don't care about it. I never have and I never will. I'm sorry I don't like men, I guess. Like... But, like... It's just June. There's nothing special about this month. Nothing. People are delusional if they think there's something special about it. Also, you don't need a whole month for this. Are you so weak-minded in your own... Are people so... Like... What's the term? Not weak-minded. Unconfident in their own sexuality that they need to have a big month where they can scream and shout about it. And I also understand it's not just for that. But also, the name implies that it's for that, right? Pride. You know? When I think Pride Month, man, I think, man, wouldn't it be great if we're all fucking worshipping the fucking Beelzebub, the Lord of Pride. Lord of Pride from the, What was that book called? The very famous demonology book. Not Mabinogion. That's like a book on like Irish folklore. Ars Goetia. It was like a book on demonology, and it had a lot of the modern ideology of like the princes of hell, like Beelzebub and Leviathan and things like that, representing different sins popularized in there, right? I feel like Pride, if you said, yeah, it's Pride Month, and like, you're just fucking worshipping Satan or whatever, I'm thinking like, that's kind of messed up, but also kind of metal. I'd appreciate that more. Instead, it's just like, congratulations, you've let Starbucks change a unicorn muffin into a pride muffin now. And it's still just a muffin with rainbow icing on top. Like, who fucking gives a shit? Like, come on. You're better than... And I know there are a lot of people who understand this, right? There are a lot of people like, no, Pride Month's fucking dumb because it's just a corporate mess. People could say I'm gay, but I don't give a shit about it because I have better things to do. But, it just annoys me. It just, like, I don't know. I don't know, man. It just annoys me. Maybe this is how people feel when, oh, Happy Christmas, right? But I feel like there's something, like, less obnoxious about that, right? I feel like when people bring it up, it's kind of, like, intrusive almost. It's like, okay. The thing is, like, you just said Happy Pride Month there with no prompting. I'm like, okay. I don't think I get that for Christmas. Maybe people do, and I'm just unaware of it. I don't know. But yeah. Sorry about that, Rescue. I'm just very, like, impassioned about this. It annoys me a great deal. Again, it's all just Starbucks muffins with a different name. That's my mentality on it. It just very much gets to me. But yeah, no. Yeah, again, nothing personal to you, Rescue. Just the theme around it. Was it? Yeah, Epic the Musical though. So, what was I gonna say then? Epic the Musical is like, how do I put this? There's a lot of good parts to it. There's a lot of things I enjoyed about it. There's also a lot of things I thought were the pacing of it, especially near the end of it, felt a bit much. It was a bit rushed for my liking. But you know what? I think for what it was doing as a piece of media, as a musical media, a lot of those changes make sense. I was going to say before about the wine thing. So in the musical, he says, "Oh, I drugged his wine with a lotus flower." That makes sense. You can explain that in a line very briefly. In the book, in the poem, it explains that it was wine given to him from a great king as a gift, and back in ancient Greece, wine would be very strong, would normally be watered down a fair amount. Normally like I want to say like a 1-to-3 ratio. This was like very, very strong though. It's like a 1-to-7 ratio. Thank you for understanding, Rescue. Appreciate it, my dear. It was like I want to say this wine which he gives Polyphemus like a 1-to-7 ratio. So this stuff is like, there's a lot of alcohol content in it, basically. It's very, very strong stuff. And that's what he gives to Polyphemus, which he drinks the whole flask of it, which just knocks him out drunk. It's like, that'll do it. Well, you see, it's much quicker in a musical to explain a line or two. I put drugs in his wine, than to go on a little diatribe about ancient Greek winemaking. It's a bit much. And now we will now make a slight detour to talk about ancient Greek winemaking for several minutes. Part 1: the grapes. It's just like, why? That wouldn't make any sense, right? It would just completely interrupt the flow of it. What I will say, it does have a nice flow. Again, except for the latter half. I feel like a lot of the stuff in the latter half kind of just like, and this happened, like, okay. Like, you skipped 7 years. I understand there's a lot of time to skip. Though it also changes when time is skipped as well. Like, in the original poem, he stays like 1 year with Cersei. But also he sleeps with Cersei, so, you know, he doesn't do that in the musical, so that explains why that doesn't happen. And Cersei's island also has a weird spell on it, I think cast by her, where time moves quicker outside of the island. Outside of her palace, time moves quicker. So I think they're there for like 1 or 2 years or something like that, even though it feels like a couple of days within Cersei's palace because of the magic on the palace. I was like, oh, okay. But yeah, it's a lot. And when Cersei's they're trying to give her, like, make her not a complete villain, and give her something like, yeah, she can sympathize with Odysseus' plight. It's like, okay, yeah. I think they made the call there for the story they're trying to tell. I think a lot of the story is more about, like, how far would you go for one person, rather than just being a story about, like, an epic Greek hero and the trials and tribulations they do. it was a story all about how far you'll go to change for how far will you go for someone, how far will you change before you don't recognize yourself anymore, before you hate yourself. How much are you willing to sacrifice for one thing? And a lot of it is all about that. By the end of it, Odysseus is a very, very broken man. He's a very angry, very broken man. And I was mentioning before, he fights Poseidon in a fight, something which wouldn't have happened at all in the old story. Obviously, at the time, he was a religious figure people worshipped, right? People prayed to him and gave offerings to him. So you wouldn't have had a man fighting him, and not to mention that wouldn't have been possible anyway. There were divine beings above you. So I mentioned before that Menelaus fought the lesser god Proteus, who's this shape-shifting deity, and he's able to like wrestle him, and he's only able to do that because he's this hero. He's a figure above normal men, and he can get away with it fighting a lesser deity like that. Not so much if it was like one of the higher gods, like Poseidon, like Athena, like Zeus, especially not Zeus. Zeus is like actually omnipotent, by the way. I think a lot of people don't seem to know that. Zeus wasn't like most modern deities from a lot of big religions. Zeus was an omnipotent and omnipresent being. There's actually like a reason to explain this. Apparently, so Zeus's first wife was this nymph whose name I cannot remember, but he married her apparently, but like, or he was going to marry her or something like that after she assisted him in the Titanomachy, which was like the War of the Titans, and like he had this she had this vision that he would eventually be overthrown by his child, and accounts vary, but it seems as though he like absorbed her into his own being. He absorbed her essence and like gained all her knowledge, so he's incredibly wise and intelligent now and has all this like knowledge of the universe. And it's like, okay, that's kind of weird. And eventually, like, this child, who she was already pregnant with at the time, kind of got absorbed into him, would be born, kind of burst out from his kneecap or something like that. And that was Athena, or Athene as older translations would have it. The version I was reading of the Odyssey on Friday was from the 1946 translation, which is translated as Athene. Both names are valid. It also refers to as Pallas Athene as a full name. The Pallas, I think, may be an epithet. I can't remember. Maybe it's just a title for her. I cannot remember off the top of my head. But yeah, there was a lot of how to put this. There's a lot of interesting symbolism in a lot of like Greek mythology, especially amongst the deities, the Deus, of fathers being overthrown by their sons. I believe it was the first one was Kronos, who was overthrown. I believe it was by Atlas, though I may be incorrect on that. But eventually, he would also be overthrown by Zeus. It's this constant tale of fathers being overthrown by their sons, and it's an interesting lesson, which I'm not sure what the purpose of it was. Was it meant to be cautionary towards fathers that you're not invincible, that you will eventually be overtaken by the next generation? I'm not sure, to be honest. Maybe it was meant to be a cautionary tale on authority, though maybe it was just how the stories worked out and how they were popularized. Though I imagine a lot of these kind of stories, there's a lot of there's a lot of moral lessons to be learned. There are like so many stories around the world which have someone essentially trying to reclaim someone back from the dead, right? Greece had it with the story of Orpheus, the story of Orpheus, where he goes, where his the love of his life, whose name I can't remember. What was Orpheus's wife called? Oh my goodness, what was her name? I think she was. I don't know if she was. I know in like the game Hades, she was a nymph, though. I don't know if that was the case in a lot of stories. Maybe she was a nymph in some stories. I'm not sure. Either way, he essentially went to the underworld, in an attempt to claim her back, and famously played this piece of music for the king and queen of the underworld, Hades and Persephone, which was so beautiful that they allowed Orpheus, and they allowed him to bring his wife back, but on one condition, that on their way back up to the surface, if he were to ever turn back, she would be lost to him forever. And you know, as you can expect in these kind of stories, when a warning like that appears, he eventually does turn around, sees her as this horrifying, decaying ghost thing, and is horrified and runs away. Yeah, he never sees her again. And it's the Japanese had it from Shintoism in the form of the story of Izanami and Izanagi, where the deity isn't the kami Izanami. Is it Izanagi? Yeah, the kami Izanagi tries to reclaim Izanami, only for a similar thing to happen, for him to lay his eyes on her face and see that she is like a horrifying ghost, and flees and locks up the door to the underworld. And you know, it's all this kind of thing. I think Mesopotamians had one as well, actually, in the form of what was this? I can't remember the god's names now. Ereshkigal was the goddess of death. And some deity whose name I cannot remember tried to reclaim the man she loved, and it didn't work. It didn't work out. It's like there's a term for it in academia, but it's a shared narrative. It's a shared narrative throughout human history of like people coming up with stories relating to death and the being dead, and people trying to go against death, go against fate, and reclaim someone from the dead, only for it to not work. And, you know, it's one of these like moral stories of like, hey, you will not be able to bring someone back no matter how hard you try. Death is the end. And a lot of it is all to do with humans trying to come to terms with their own mortality, right? Trying to come to terms with death, and not just their own, but the mortality of those around them. You will die one day, and the people around you will unfortunately die one day, which is extremely sad and depressing for a lot of people, myself included. I'm terrified at the thought of it, but unfortunately it will happen. A lot of these kind of stories are all about that. Even another Greek story, the tale of Sisyphus, who obviously there are different versions of it, but essentially Sisyphus is the man who cheated death. He trapped Thanatos. Most popular versions, he trapped the deity Thanatos in I don't know what he don't really trapped him. He essentially trapped the deity Thanatos and was able to cheat death for years until he was eventually recovered. At which point he lived for a very long time because he cheated death, but eventually he did die. And when he was sent there for the punishment of capturing Thanatos and trying to cheat death, he was sentenced to, you know, what most people know as a Sisyphean task, of like an impossible task. He was meant to try and push a boulder up to the top of a mountain, only for that same boulder to roll back whenever he got close to the top. So then he was forced to do that for the rest of his eternal afterlife. So a lot of like stories all about death, not being able to cheat death. Yeah. I just realized it says I'm on 171 followers here, but that's not true, because now it says on Twitch I'm on 170 followers. So what's happening here? What's going on here? Sometimes people will just follow you for like a follow back, and I don't ever do that. I refuse to do that. It's not my thing to do. Yeah, I don't like doing it. I understand that a lot of the time it's how do I put this? A lot of the time it's done in an effort to get more followers, but I also think it's a very poor way of doing it. Sometimes you gotta realize as well, though, like sometimes people just unfollow because like, I've not watched this person in ages. Why should I watch them now? And like that's fair. Sometimes people will watch you for one thing and then they don't see that thing again. It's like then they'll leave. And like that's fair. I've done that before. I think everyone does that. Sometimes you just need to like cultivate a bit. You ever done that with like social media? I used to do that with Facebook quite a lot when I used Facebook more. Oh my god, I just remembered I forgot something. I forgot I messaged someone. Uno momento. This is extremely important. This is a friend who I messaged you the day. I'm like, hey, are you free? And they said, and I wasn't available when they asked me to because I was working. And I'm like, oh goodness. Goodness gracious me, oh my. What am I done? This guy. This guy, I tell you, this guy. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, no. You know what, folks? We're good. There's no updates yet. It was all good. I'm gonna itch my nose. Anyway. Everything's all good under the hood, my fellows. Everything's all good under the hood. By the way, is the BGM loud enough? I don't know if it's loud enough. I've been really enjoying this, actually, doing these, like, half-hour or hour-long preambles for streams. It's been very, very fun to do. And just, like, chat and talk about stuff. I understand now. A lot of it is good for metrics. I don't really understand that. I think it's just good for, like, my own health, for being honest. It's nice just to be able to talk about stuff without being too focused on a game. It's very pleasant. It's a very pleasant experience, even. But yeah. Maybe we should play the game now. I don't know. I'm sure there are people who come here waiting for a Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. They're like, where's my Mystery Dungeon game? Meh. Let's do that then. Actually, let's have some water first. Oh, I bought Inscription earlier today as well, because there's a bunch of puzzle games on sale. So I bought a whole pack of them. Including Baba Is You, which is also getting interested in. And I was trying out the demo for it earlier. It was really fun. It's a game called Lock. Was it called Lock? Lack, maybe. I don't know. But it's a weird, like, word-based puzzle game where you're trying to basically manipulate. You have like a bunch of like word puzzles, trying to spell some weird nonsensical words. But like each time you spell one, they have a different effect on the board, and you have to black out all the pieces on the board. So like, every time you make a word, all those pieces are blacked out, but then they'll have an effect which affects another spot on the board. So like if you spell lock, I think it was lock, yeah. If you spell the word lock, 3 letters, L-O-K, with the word search kind of thing on the board, you can then black out another thing, another panel which you may not be able to use. Or if you use the word talak, you can block out 2 adjacent pieces next to each other. So it was a really fun game, actually. I'm looking forward to playing more of it. Very good brain teaser. Anyway. Let's get everything set up here. Am I more than you bargained for yet? Oh, don't mind me, I'm watching you two from the closet. Wishing to be the friction in your jeans. Isn't it messed up how I'm just dying to be him? Just a notch on your bedpost and you're just a line in a song. Wait, actually, I know I was singing Fallout Boy when I've just been watching Epic the Musical. Actually, I really liked Hermes' songs in Epic. There are a lot of really fun, like, wouldn't you like a taste of the power? You could get her, you could be her. Na 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 na. Ba 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 da bum. Ba da da dum 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 da da. I can skip this, right? I can. Hello, Limette. How are you doing, my friend? How are you doing, my dear? How are you doing, my compatriot? Limette, have you seen Epic the Musical? I finally finished watching it last night, and it was a lot of fun. I had some issues with it, but a lot of fun overall. I think it was a very, very good show. Yeah. I'm gonna keep reading the Odyssey as well. I'm good. How are you? I'm fine. I was reading the Odyssey on Friday, and I thought it was a lot of fun. That's why it's not working. I didn't have my thingy in. Now it should work. No, it's not. Uno momento, my friends. Should need to reset everything. Dum bum bum ba ba da bum ba ba da boo. Hang on, folks. Dum bum bum bum. Let's try this again in a moment. Hang on now. There we go. I was wondering why nothing was working for a moment there. Yippee! But yeah, no, I was watching Epic the Musical. On Friday, I was reading the Odyssey because I was just in the mood to read it. And yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to read. Epic Musical made some very interesting changes, some of which I liked, some of which I'm like, oh, it's a shame you didn't include that. But I think, yeah, I certainly think like the first, like, 3 quarters of it were better than the last quarter of it. I think there was some weird pacing issues with the last part of it. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. Maybe I expected something a bit more. Though also, I think it would have kind of... With how long it is, I think it would have like suffered from pacing issues either way, just because... Why is that still not working? I know why. Hang on. Ugh. Must you be so finicky? Yeah, I don't know if it's just me though, but yeah. I had some, I think if it dragged on much longer, I think it would have felt too long, and like, listen, I more music is great, but I think there's a thing where it's like, did you really need this? You know what I mean? Anyway, Lamette, how are you doing, my dear? I hope you're well. There we go. That's working now. Dun dun. Oh yeah, Grovile's in now. I don't know what voice to do for Grovile. Oh, okay, hang on. I remember. Okay, we did all this last time, so we can just skip this bit and just chat a bit whilst I'm skipping it, because we can't skip cutscenes, unfortunately. I haven't gotten a chance to see it, but I would like to if it shows new. Well, I don't know if it's actually okay. To my understanding, it's actually a concept album. It's not like. So, okay, I'm not like a mega fan of it or anything like that. I found out it like, I don't know, like a month or 2 ago, and I finally got around to listening to all of it and watching some animatics of it all in a sequence. But, to my understanding, it's like a concept album. I'm sure at one point it will be put on stage. Though, it does remind me of, I haven't get to meet, that's fine. I'm not like, that's okay, don't worry about it, Lamette. It does remind me of when my first time seeing Hamilton in full was it was at my friend's house. And I was watching the recording of it that they have on Disney Plus because she has that. We'll catch the next live. No worries, Rescue. No worries at all, my friend. Have a good one. What was I going to say, though? Wait, Rescue, actually, I think there was something I need to remind you of. Maybe it wasn't something. Maybe it was nothing, though. Maybe I just wanted to say keep well. I don't know. Maybe that was it. I don't know. Look after yourself, though, Rescue. What was I going to say, though? Yeah, so... I saw Hamilton... when my friend showed it me when I went to her house, and she had like Disney Plus, so we watched it. Like, yeah, you know, I've never watched it in full. Let's watch that. And oh my fucking god, Lin-Manuel Miranda, terrible actor, cannot act to save his life. Fucking awful. No. Okay, listen. You need to, like, understand my rage at this. You're in a musical. You're the main character in a musical. With full of song and dance numbers. Everything's kind of all based on, like, modern-day hip-hop and stuff like that. And, like, pop rock, I guess, as well. But a lot of it's hip-hop. And it's like, okay, great. That's really cool. Really interesting twist on this, like, what, like, 1800s war drama, essentially, right? My God. I was constantly watching him. He was standing there like a twig, like a fucking twig, being like, I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Like, you're on stage, man! Move! Oh my God. That fucking asshole. You're on stage, and you just don't, in a musical of all things, and you don't move. Listen, theatre is all about being a bit more exaggerated. On TV, on screen, you can afford to be a bit more muted. Cameras can zoom in and out as they see fit. You got different cuts to different points. In fact, a lot of people, myself included, who've struggled with screen acting as opposed to stage acting, because, man, you need so much less. You need to do way less. Because, and for someone who's a bit naturally animated like myself, who uses their hands a lot to talk, I'm doing it right now, you just can't see it on screen, but I'm doing it a lot to talk now. Someone who is a bit naturally exaggerated or like that, ooh, it's really tough to do. I really struggle with screen acting because you need far less. But man, when you're on stage, and especially in something as bombastically over the top as a lot of musicals are, you can't stand there and just not do anything whilst everyone else around you is singing and dancing their heart out. I'm like, you look like a fucking lemon. You stupid turd. That man cannot act. Creatively, he's great. You know, he's made a lot of really good stuff. But, ooh. Oh, he cannot act. Oh my, listen, maybe he's better on screen. I've not seen any of his screen stuff. I know he's in that, like, that Mary Poppins Returns film a few years ago, which apparently was not meant to be very good. But man, he is not a good actor. If you're in a play which is very naturalistic, okay, maybe then, right? Maybe then. But even then, you need to be a bit more exaggerated, just so people can see what's going on. You know, like clowns have, I found this, like, clowns have very particular reason why clown makeup is the way it's similar to why old school masks in theatre are the way they were. They're designed to highlight expressions. Clowns will have like a lot of makeup on their lips to highlight their smiles and their frowns, and like around their eyes to make their eyes pop, because you know you want someone who's at the very end of a stage to be able to see what you're doing, to be able to understand your expressions you're making. Exactly, exactly. It's listen, surely there must have been better recordings than that, right? Surely. Was this really the best they had? Was that... Oh. Ooh. You'll have to do better than that next time, Manuel. You have to do better than that next time. That was just not it. He's not it. He's a lot of things. It is not one of them. Oh my god, it was an exercise in frustration watching that show. And it's like, well, I guess I'll just never watch a live show of it again. I'll just listen to some of the music when I want to. Yeah, it's just, again, like, theatre is very unnaturalistic by design. Naturalistic play is a play which I really don't like. It's called The Seagull. It's a very, like, naturalistic play. It's kind of designed to be done in a way which is very, like, down to earth and more like how normal people would be. It doesn't matter how natural you want to make it. No human being talks the way that they do in a script. That is just the truth. There are no ums or ers, or if there are, they're all intentionally put in. Right? When I talk, I'll go, well, you see, no one in a play will talk like that. In fact, even now, to try and make this point, I am deliberately trying to catch myself on all the ums and the ers and speaking slower to make the point, because this is how people can sound in a play. They sound very deliberate. They sound controlled a lot of the time. Now again, that depends on the character you're writing. You can have a character who sounds very bumbling, like, oh, blah, 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 and well, you see, all intentional. Most human beings will have fillers in their words, and so it's really difficult to make something naturalistic and still not have a bit of theatrical liberties involved. And that's not a bad thing. That's a good thing. That's a good thing because you can watch this story unfold and see all these interesting points come up without being interrupted by these ums and these ers. I hope my abhorrent rage at his performance is coming across here, because my goodness gracious me, I was bored out of my goddamn mind watching him. What a boring, boring actor. I can feel the rage. Excellent. Good to hear. Right, so this is where we got to last time. So, last time we were in Mystery Dungeon. We did this cutscene, just to clarify, just to catch up. We found out that the person stealing all these magical time gears, which are important for the, I guess, balance of the land, is how they put it, is the criminal Grovyle, and so we've been sent into town to prep up for it. But I didn't realize that when I went back in straight away, it would make it so that I need to save the game again. But it's okay, because we're here now. No, when I went back to save in the bedroom at the very least, what happened is that it put you into a cutscene straight away. So I missed out interacting with all these guys, which I don't want to do, so I want to do this again. Like, well, we're gonna move on and back. Gosh. Welcome to Duskull Bank. Your bank balance is 8,878. Now, how may I serve you? Store. Let's put you away. Oh, actually, hang on. Do I have any of these little thingy-mabobs? I have boxes. Many a box, in fact. Oh. Oh, deepest sorrow, you have no money. I like that. Deepest sorrow, you have no money. I like the idea of a Duskull Bank, even though it makes far less sense thematically than a Persian bank like in the first game. Oh yeah, we have an egg. The egg hatched! It's a miracle! It's a... What year is it? What month? It's a June miracle! The egg hatched! Oh. Oh, okay. Spinarak. See it, smell it? I bet a baby Spinarak would be kinda cute. Let's join your team. What will you do? I guess so. Okay. What are we naming Spinarak here? Is it a male or a female? Peter. I don't want to call it. I don't want to call it Peter. It's too easy. What's a good name for Spinarak? It could evolve into an Ariados. Ariadne. We've got Greeks on the mind with Epic the Musical. We're gonna call it Ariadne. Ariadne. Where's the N? Am I blind? I am stupid. I am blind and stupid. Ariadne. Ariadne joined the team. I like Spinarak quite a lot. I like Ariados quite a bit as well, actually. I know they're, like, not the most impressive of Pokemon, but I kind of like them both. I think they're very entertaining. They're very cool. Spinarak's cute. Ariados is very cool. I've heard you can get extra water doing missions sometimes. So if I need to drink some water. I cannot do the voice. Oh, goodness. I'm sure Chansey was in the first game as well, but I cannot remember what her role was. Let's catch that thieving Grovyle! Hey, hey! I will lend my support to capturing the thieving Grovyle. Let us work together. and catch that Grovyle. So, why did you do that laugh? I have no idea what you're talking about. But it will soon become prevalent as to my machinations. You just did this very ominous laugh again, like, I have no idea what you're talking about. Did something happen at the guild?
Oh, the guild seem to be in a panic or something.
Oh, Elgin Quartz, there are many Pelipper flying about, filling the sky. I've never seen so many Pelipper in the sky at once. Oh yeah, I want to use the link shop because my link moves got unlinked. Moves. Link. I never heard of machinations in a non-suspicious way. I don't know if you've ever seen ProZD. He has this really good video where it's like on about like when you're playing an RPG and you have a party member who betrays you, and it's like, hey, my name's Dennis. Nice to meet you. Like, this world is imperfect. If only I could bring it to Neil and to make it as beautiful as me. And like, is like no one else hearing this? And then it's like several hours later, it's like, Lysanderoth, you were behind all this. Like, yes, it was I. My machinations lay undetected, for I am a master of deception. And this is Dennis just looking like fucking brain dead. Like, yeah, of course this is gonna happen. How could anyone not predict this? Basically, any Tales of game when you have a party member who will betray you. I've never played any of the Tales of series before fully, but I've watched my brothers play them.
Let's capture the triple Grovyle.
Oh, not you gonna say, oh my gosh?
Yo, you know everyone seems to be busy and stressed out. Something the matter? I saw all these Pelipper in the sky too. There's no fooling me. Something's happening and it's bad.
Oh yeah, I love these guys. These are great. This is a bunch of like something the first game didn't do, which was really fun in Mystery Dungeon Sky and Time and Darkness. You have a bunch of other rescue teams who just kind of exist and aren't necessarily part of your guild, but come in and out now and then, and they'll oftentimes be really funny. Like there's a rescue team, which is a 2-member team of Wormpull and Swellow, and it's really funny because Wormpull, whilst they're very good friends, Wormpull is terrified of the Swellow because he's a bug, he's a worm. And Swellow is a big bird, and he's constantly afraid that like Swellow's going to eat him, and they're called Team Tasty because he thinks that's how I think my partner will view me in a little while. And he's like the most nihilistic thing ever. It's so funny. This is a very funny team as well. They're full of fire types except for Bellsprout, who's the leader, but like Bellsprout can't do much when these guys start blasting fire around. I've heard that the thief stealing the time gears is named Grovyle. Can't say I've heard of him. We've heard they have identified the thief who's been stealing time gears.
We have Team Flame.
Oh yeah, they're called Team Flame, but he's the only one who has no fire on him.
We have Team Flame all participating in the hunt for Grovyle. I'll work up my courage for this.
Yeah, he's kind of like lost confidence because all his team are fire types, and he's like in constant danger when he's with them. It's very funny. The pretty box. Sometimes we all would like a pretty little gift box, wouldn't we? There's this sound effect here for Xatu as well. It's very nice. And so, it is revealed within the box was this Elekid card. Okay, so I can get rid of that. Because I don't have an Elekid. Minun tail. Isn't that just like a little line? Because Minun's tail is just like a... I guess it would be Minun, because it's minus. Plusle and Minun. So it should just be a little minus sign. And in the box was the Electafang. That's Electabuzz, I guess. Oh yeah, also there was a Dugtrio here who said he was going off to explore the world and speak to the sea. He's gone now. So there's this ongoing little story arc with this Dugtrio who's like speaking to the sea and trying to find his purpose in life. And he's left now, at such a critical moment as well. Hello there, welcome to Kangaskhan Storage. Let's try and see what, just put in as much as we can and see what we can get rid of. Actually, I'm gonna keep all these there because what's Pokemon to stare? I'm gonna keep that in for now, actually. So we have 200 spaces in our chest, in our storage even. Boost attack. Okay. Take. Okay. Actually, hang on. So what do we have in our bag at the moment? So we're gonna get rid of these cards here because we don't need them. Family specific item. That's boost attack. Okay. Wait. Just double checking them again. Sky blue bow is what we have on ourselves. Okay, take items.
I'll need some apples.
That should take up. All Mac Orb. Take that. Speeds up team members. Summons team members. What? What does this mean? Summons team members. Oh, so that's if you get lost. Okay, that could be useful actually. Max Elixir. Graveler Rock. Geo Pebble. Whoop Orb. Ironberry. Blast Seed. Let's go Warp Suppose come up. Whip Seed. No, we could use a Whip Orb. We don't need the Whip Seed. Faux Fear Orb. That's useful in case we do a monster house. Citrus Berry. Restores HP. Blue Gummy. Oh, totally. These are take the prize tickets out. And then we'll... Stun Seed. Hey. Hey, what's Stun Seed backwards? What's Stun Seed backwards? Okay, what else are we gonna have in? Do we not have any... Oh, White Gummy. Let's take that. Reviver Seed. We'll need that. Bullet Seed. I don't really need that. Yellow Gummy. Let's take all the gummies out. We'll use them to make drinks at the moment. Reviver Seed. Iron Thorn. And then we'll go... Zinc Band, Special Band, Reviver Seed. Prize ticket. Mantic Beam! Just take all the gummies out because we need them. Oh, nope. Okay, I have 39 special. Probably take an apple. And we'll go back in a second because we'll need to do some more stuff there. Actually, what do you have for sale? Welcome to the Kecleon shop. You have Reviver Seeds. Most excellent. Most excellent, my dude. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to go down here now to the cafe and see what all the fellas... Oh, hello. Oh, yeah, that's another one of the teams. I think called Team Happiness. The Togepi and the Ladybird. They're a cute team. They're all just about spreading joy and positivity everywhere.
Ah, what'll I do? Oh, Team Stagehand.
I want to imagine that they have 3 heads and the all 3 heads speak differently.
Team Stagehand, I got something I want to ask you.
Yanma took something of mine. I'd really like it if you could track them down and get it back for me. Where is it? In the Craggy Coast? Okay. Oh, Jake, they're depressed. I'm feeling more inclined to help them when they're there like that. It's hard to refuse them when they're just, like, standing around. I want a wooden big.
Oh, I wonder what you get when you win big.
I hope when you win big, on a prize, you get the celebratory dance.
There is. I actually won big once, and it was really hilarious. Maybe we'll get one now.
I'm back from a long expedition. It was such a dangerous adventure. I feel like it let me gain so much strength.
I'm really enjoying the big treasure prize ticket at the recycle shop. I can't get enough. What if I win on my very first prize ticket? Ho 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 ho! One day I'll win big. Very big. Okay. We're gonna use all the gummies. It's quartz drink.
That's right.
You know, Wobble Fett reminds me, there's something that very much annoys me. Sometimes in the original Pokemon anime, Team Rocket would be incredibly proficient sometimes. And other times they wouldn't be, and I don't understand why. Like, as in proficient enough to be like an actual threat. Sometimes they're just like comically proficient, like, haha, we caught your Pikachu in a anti-electric ball. But no, sometimes they're like actually like seasoned criminals, and it's like, I don't understand who's writing these stories. You can't just have them be suddenly good at what they're doing. It doesn't make any sense. There needs to be a build-up for it. Actually, orange gummy reminded me. I saw a dessert earlier, which looks really nice and easy to make. You just use fresh squeezed orange juice, some sugar, and some agar, agar powder. Though, apparently, to my understanding, agar is just like a type of like vegetarian gelatin substitute, and I can't find any agar at my local supermarket. So, is gelatin a fine substitute for it, or do they offer different textures? Does gelatin take longer to set? I'm not sure. Orange gummy. Who actually benefits from this? Fighting types. They set a little differently? Okay, so it does matter then. I see. Oh well, I guess we'll have to look elsewhere for them. You should be able to substitute? I see. Because this dessert, basically, it was this dessert I saw earlier on. It was like orange juice, and it was basically a very, very simple recipe. Just the orange sugar, orange juice, like squeezed from, freshly squeezed, sugar and agar powder, and some like powdered sugar to put in between all the sugar in it. But it's a sweet treat. You just like cook the juice, the sugar, and the agar together until it's like slightly thickened, and then you let it cool down, and then you roll it up into rolls. It's kind of like a fruit roll, I guess. But with like powdered sugar in between them. Maybe that's how they do those like fruit wind up things. Is that what they're called? Gelatin should work fine. Excellent. I'm not super familiar with using agar. I just know it's generally used as like a vegetarian substitute to gelatin, which is often made from like pork gelatin, I guess. Flavors don't clash. Instead, they blend together in beautiful harmony in this fight. Oh, I thought that was a bad thing for a second. Whoa. IQ skill, night bodyguard. Let's go. Order. Let's. Yellow gummy. Hang on, what other gummies do I have? Blue gummy. Give. Man, this gives you like so much more value out of your gummies by doing this. It's great. Yeah, I have some like gelatin, sachets with like the powdered gelatin in, so I think that should be fine for it. Special attack grows, nice. And then yellow gummy. But it looks really nice though. It's like a simple dessert. Always gives me a little heck trying to set. Ah, I see. Oh, yeah, I've never used it before. I don't know. Do you know what it's made of? What's the components of agar? Is that just what the chemical is? Agar? Because gelatin obviously is just gelatin, but it depends what it comes from. Namely from like gelatin mainly comes from like collagen, from animal bones, and again, a lot of times they'll use like pork gelatin as like a leftover process. Algae. Oh, I do remember hearing that actually. Yes. I see. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, algae's a sticky little boy. I can imagine them producing something like that. A sticky little boy. That's just a sticky little guy. Okay, apples, berries, white gummy. Okay, let's go. Yeah. I actually made a cheesecake the other day, a Basque cheesecake. I've not made one in a long time, and I decided to go for like a different recipe this time. This recipe was following, I can't remember the guy's name now, but he basically got it from traveling to. He went to Spain to try the original place which started making Basque cakes. They mentioned using the special kind of cheese, which you can only really find in Spain. It's really hard to get outside of it because it's not a very popular cheese. He said that if you can't find it, they advised 10 that you can just use Manchego cheese, which is like a common Spanish cheese you can find around the world. Though apparently in like, I don't know if this is the same in Canada, but I know in America, it's apparently you don't get these like big places which have like tons of like like around the world cheeses and stuff like that, and like wines and stuff. That's really common over here. Is that a thing in like the Americas? I don't know. In North America as a continent, rather, is it a common thing? Because there's a lot of like French in French parts of Canada, isn't there? So I imagine they must have like some interest in cheese and wine. Not a racial stereotype at all, but well, the French, so. Order. Have I used up all my gummies? I have. Awesome. Okay. Can I? Okay, tell you what I'm gonna do. Use my touch screen and do just organize it all. Most excellent. We've got a lot of cheese in Canada. I feel the grocers are a good selection. There's a few cheesemongers. I love to see it. Love to see it. You know what I've never understood? I do not like Parmigiano Reggiano or any kind of Parmesan cheese. It's too pungent for my liking. I'm very picky with cheese as it is. Yeah, I'm very picky. I like Pecorino Romano though, or oh, what's the other one? Grana Padano. But I've never been fond of Pecorino. No, of Parmigiano. Foreign wines was pretty fine, but it's kind of just because until last year it wasn't allowed to be sold in grocery stores, so it was all dedicated liquor stores. Interesting. Wait, hang on. Why was it until last year? Pecorino is way better. Oh my God, Lamette, you get me. You do understand. I'm so happy. Were they not allowed to be sold in normal supermarkets in Canada? I'd never heard of this. Fascinating. Okay, let's...
Did you hear the happy news? Why not? Thanks to everyone's recycling efforts, Project P recently made a new discovery. Yippee! This time, treasure was discovered, so we're offering a higher grade of recycled items.
Nice.
Please keep recycling. The more recycling, the better.
Price ticket. Okay. Gamble. I'm gonna go for blue because that's why not color.
Alright, blue.
Is it a winner? Is it not? In my province, anyway, I'm not sure why specifically. I see. Is it? I forget. Is weed legal in Canada? I feel like someone once told me that they once went to Canada with their friends, just got really, really high. Hard liquor, just wine and beer too. I see. That's very interesting. Huh. Would never happen here. People are alcoholics to hell and back. Except for me. I don't drink, actually. I can, and I have. I don't like it. Shrooms are not, but there's shroom shops everywhere too. Oh, I see. So it's one of the things where, like, it's not legal, but no one's going to do anything about it. I see. So I actually went to Amsterdam earlier in the year. I went to go and watch... Do you know the VTuber Akuma Nimune? I've been a fan of her for many, many years now. For like almost 5 years she's been streaming now, which is wild to think about when I was watching her from like her 1.0 days. But I went to see her live in Amsterdam because it was like the only concert she was doing in Europe. And in typical American fashion, there was very little understanding of the fact that Europe is not a country; it's a continent filled with many countries, in fact. And travel between those is not as simple as just, I don't know, getting a plane. Maybe it is for some people, I don't know. For me, I had to I was rather lucky. She didn't give very much notice between when the concert was available to buy tickets for and when it's happening. And for my normal job outside of the stage here, I normally need to have at least 4 weeks in advance, though thankfully my manager was a bit lenient and let me have it even though it was 3 weeks away. So yeah, I was able to go. And man, it was a bit of a culture shock seeing it just so readily available. I expected it to stink more of weed, honestly, but I guess there's actual dedicated bars for it, so that's where people are doing it all. And I hate the smell of weed, honestly, I really do. I just don't like it. It smells like I don't know, weird cat piss to me. And I guess a lot of it is just, again, it's all done in dedicated bars for it, so that's why the streets don't smell. A lot of very nice bakeries, I must say. And yeah, it was interesting seeing all these places selling mushrooms and everything like that. And even I always thought, oh, this seems like it would be bad for business to do this, but people places which sold you seeds for seeds for marijuana and different varieties and stuff. And yeah, it was really interesting. And yeah, they're just all around. Growing is definitely a big thing here. Ah, I see. I always thought that would be bad for business because it's well, sellers want to have their main stock of it rather than having people able to grow it at home. But I guess being able to grow the leaves and being able to process it into something you can smoke is a different thing altogether, isn't it? Maybe it's not. Maybe it's as simple as just drying it out and grounding it up. Is it obvious? I have no idea how it is. It's a lot of work, I'm sure. Okay. The processing of it, yeah, you can just grow it as a plant as well, right? I'm sure it doesn't make much of a difference. But I guess if you're buying it at a weed shop, you're probably wanting it so you can make your own at home, your own smokable marijuana. But yeah, it was a big culture shock. Whoa. Also, the amount of people on bikes was insane. I imagine this is more a capital city thing. There's so many bikes in Amsterdam, more bikes than cars. And I almost got hit by bikes more often than I got hit by a car there. Not that I got close to being hit at all, but the streets are very cramped because there's a lot of it is all built on waterways and such. I actually went on I didn't have much time there, only a short weekend, but I got a win, nice. I went to a little canal tour, and the person running the tour is very funny. He said this joke about how so what they did in the Netherlands was in order to get a little clean water, they channeled all this clean water from Germany into the Netherlands and then flushed it all out to sea into Britain. We called that Brexit. I thought that was very amusing. But yeah, not my favorite place to visit though. I think a lot of it was that I went there by myself. Man, it is not a place you go to by yourself. It really just isn't. I'm sure I would have had a better. By the way, what color? Red, blue, or yellow? I'm feeling yellow now. Maybe red actually, just for the curtains of the stage. Though my hair is yellow. I guess blonde if you want to be that guy, but for this purpose, blonde is a type of yellow. Let's go with yellow. Yellow, then. Okay, it's just a normal win. That's not too bad. Consolation prize. Man. Recycle. Okay. Oh, we got a silver ticket. Recycle. Is that annoying already? I'll stop. 17 is nice, but I feel like it'd be more like they're on going as a trip. Yeah, so yeah, going for a weekend is not ideal because there's a lot of okay. What I did want to do, I wanted to go to the Anne Frank Museum, but it's very small. You need to book at least like several weeks to months in advance. So I didn't know this when I went there, so I didn't go. What? I did see a few things, but I honestly should have prepared more in advance. But again, I was only there for like 2 days or something like that. Not enough time was to explore it all. But I feel like it's a place which you'll find better if you go there with other people. Going there by myself was not fun. And it's a shame because I don't have anyone to go with because I don't really have any friends. But yeah, would it be a place I want to go to again? Not anytime soon. I'm in no rush. But maybe if I had people with me to go and explore with, that would be nice, maybe. Who knows? Yeah, who knows? I think being able to just like having someone as well to help me with like seeing what spots we want to go to, because like I kind of didn't go too far away from my hostel where I was staying at. I very much went around the local places to see where I could, because I was staying near like the Amsterdam train station. So there's obviously it's the middle of the city. There's a lot of stuff in that area anyway, which is fine. That's fine for me. But yeah. Let's get rid of the plain seed. Why have I got a zinc which I've not used? I have a ton of max elixirs. Let's get. So this is all in storage, that's why it's all messy. Orangeberry there. Plain seed. All the plain seeds, we can just get rid of them because they're useless items. How many escape orbs do I have? I think a lot. Yeah, I have a lot of escape orbs. The Pearl orb as well can go. Yeah, it's like a lot. It's not a place to go to by itself. Even on the plane there, a lot of people were there going out for. Oh, by the way, this is really annoying. So, if I were to get a plane from England to Amsterdam, to the Netherlands, right? From the nearest city I could get to it from, which I won't say for obvious reasons. You can basically, I think it's actually the same for basically any airport in the UK. You could get there for maybe 20, 30 pounds. I don't know how much that would be in Canadian, like maybe like 40 Canadian or something like that. $40 Canadian, which is not bad at all, actually. It's very cheap. If anything, that's cheaper than a lot of trains in the UK, which is obscene to think that you can get a train, you can get a plane across the sea to the Netherlands for cheaper than you can get a train. That's wild to me. But yeah, you could do that. However, that's only in the middle of the week when it's not peak times, right? Like Tuesday or Wednesday. As soon as it gets to the weekend, prices skyrocket up to like 90 or 100 pounds because that's when everyone wants to go. Granted, in the end, it probably would have worked out for a similar price if it went cheaper in the week anyway, because it's like I'm still having to pay for accommodation for those few days, so it probably would have ended up around a similar price anyway, even if I had went on a. It probably would have ran round about the same price for having to stay there for several days rather than just going on the weekend. No, yeah, it was extremely cheap, but again, it's only when it's off peak times. On peak times of the weekend, because everyone goes there for like. It goes to be less to go to the UK than Calgary. Ooh. Wait, hang on. How can that be? How much does it cost? Doesn't it cost like thousands to get like from anywhere in like North America to anywhere in Europe? I know. Surely, am I wrong? I'm just trying to find how much I was just trying to find it. And then I see that in Calgary, it was like the Calgary newspaper came up, and I'm like, okay, that wasn't really what I wanted. I was trying to find like Calgary prices, plane prices, and then like try and compare. You know what? That's gonna take way too long to do, isn't it? Trying to compare all these plane prices. Oh god, what's going on? That's gonna take far too long to do. It's like a few hundred, maybe $500 to $800. Oh, whoa! I mean, it's still a lot of money, but how much does it cost for you to get to a city within your own country, though? That doesn't make any sense. I don't know where it's located geographically. If it's is it further up north, maybe, or something like that? Is that why it's more expensive? Is it more dangerous to go up north due to the weather? I don't know. Yes. Redeem it now. Okay, we'll go for red this time. This music makes me feel kind of like brain dead. Just big country between cities is expensive, that's fair.
Is it a winner or is it not? That's right. That's not too bad.
I was really hoping for a big win. Oh, I got an escape orb. I just got rid of a ton of those. The cross-country train is like $1,000+. Oh my god. Jeez Louise. That is... Okay, I get that Canada's massive, but also like... Wow. Wait, when you say cross-country, is that north to south or east to west? I imagine east to west, right? I don't know how much of like Canada is actually habitable thinking about it the further up north you go, because I know the further up north it just gets very cold and into like island territory, and as you get further and further to like Iceland and stuff in the north, I guess it'll be the northeast of the country, right? Is it Iceland? No, in the northeast? Pretty sure it's Iceland. Not even, it's a very historic route. It's Toronto to Vancouver, and that costs $1,000. Is this one of those like luxury train lines? I got to ask, is this like a luxury train thing, or is this like just a normal train? Yeah, so I know like, so well before like America, we were just discussing this about this the other day on stream, but well before the Americas were like South America was like kind of like taken by the Portuguese and the Spanish, and well before Christopher Columbus was attributed with discovering America. Well, I guess it was already known, but like settling America, I guess. It's very much believed that like Scandinavian sailors who had likely settled in Iceland, like Leif Erikson, who we have written records of this happening, had like found America well before any of this happened. So it's interesting, and like we found a lot of like artifacts and stuff of potentially first settlements from European travelers in Canada and in North America, and it's very interesting. Potentially the first place Leif Erikson and his group landed was on the east coast, the east coast of Canada, and it's very interesting. Also pretty interesting was that they may have not been on good terms with the locals, not because it's like invaders coming in, but rather because of what they actually gave them. So as a peace offering, it's believed that from the writings we have, it's believed that they gave them food, and it's believed that they would have chased them, they've been poisoned. Now, why would Leif Erikson and these travelers, who were basically going to explore and potentially trade, want to poison the natives, right? Why would they do that? Well, they didn't. What's actually believed to be the case is that they would have given them cheese as like a trading and a peace offering, and like, it's like things they've brought over. It's like, oh, this thing tastes good, try this. And like, oh, okay, this is nice. And the only thing is, a lot of like native tribes to like the Americas and such had not developed the necessary functions to really like consume milk-based products, consume lactose. They're all lactose intolerant, essentially. What this meant was that because they lived in environments where they didn't need to rely on milk as a source of easy fat and protein and such, unlike in Europe and such. Same in Asia actually as well, which is why a lot of people from Asia are lactose intolerant. They've not developed the necessary genes for it over time. And it's likely believed that they would probably had some very bad case of the runs as a result, and would have thought this is like the food's been poisoned because of these white men, these white travelers, these mysterious men who've come here on their boats, and they probably wouldn't have liked them very much as a result of that, and may have chased them off. I don't know about that last point. I can't attest to it too much, but yeah, that's a funny story. They probably would have had cheese, but they just couldn't digest the lactose, and they made them shit. It has sweets, but not even just an economy seat costs that much. Oh my goodness gracious me. That's not good. I have no other words to describe it. That's actually terrible. I'm gonna go to the Krogunk swap shop, see if I can get... I drink a milk non-stop because I'm so afraid to lose my ability to process lactose. I love milk. I love milk so much. I know a lot of people don't like it. I don't understand why. I just think milk tastes nice. And milk is one of those things where I never really understood what the taste was. As I learned more about food and studied more of it, I'm like, oh, milk is kind of slightly sweet, I guess. Similar to cream. It's like a natural... Cream's got a natural sourness to it as well, I think, but which can be accentuated with like sour cream and stuff. But like, it's kind of lightly sweet as well because of all the fat content in it. And like, yeah, the lactose is like... all the carbohydrates in milk comes from lactose, which is a type of carbohydrate. It's all the sugars and such and things like that. And like, oh, that makes sense. It is kind of slightly sweet, I guess. And one thing I like about studying food is I understand more of these flavors more, which I've like always liked, but never really been able to ping them anywhere. And like, I guess it is slightly sweet, isn't it? Like, you can tell when milk is sour, so it must be sweet at some point, I guess. Now, I see everyone's with us. First and foremost, this should go without saying, Grovyle appears wherever Time Gears are located. But where are the Time Gears? This is the question. But we have no answer. And therefore we have relied upon the great Dusk Noir for ideas. Together, we have identified several locations where the Time Gears may be found. Actually, speaking of sweet milk, I think I mentioned it. I was in a play recently, a couple of weeks ago, and on my way there, I decided to like get into a little shop and just buy a drink. And there was this drink I'd never seen before. And I'm like, you know, I'll try this. And it was like coconut milk, I think, but strawberry flavored coconut milk. And it tasted nice, but it was like really sweet in a very like sickening way. It was really uncomfortably sweet. Like, yeah, you know, this is nice, but I don't like that. It kind of reminded me of like, you know, you've had a cream soda. Like a can of cream soda, and it's really quite nice, but it's very sickly sweet to the point it's like, yeah, I can maybe have like half of this and then I'm out. Like, it was like that. When I was in Ireland, I was so impressed at how nice the milk was. So sad getting out to Canada and having milk. Well, it reminds me of like, so when I went to Japan last year, I was visiting my brother, and I was saying, hey, the milk here tastes kind of weird, I don't like it. And I was like, oh, well, I kind of gotten used to it now, so I don't really recognize the difference. And then he came back to England around Christmas time, and he's like, oh yeah, I get what you mean now. The milk here tastes nicer, and it's because a lot of the milk in Japan is treated for it's like heat treated, I believe it is to make. I guess I don't know if it's all UHT milk, but it's essentially made so that like. It's more suitable for lactose intolerant people, which again a lot of the country is. I don't even think it's I think it's a tad sour actually, the milk in Japan. Maybe that's just my impression of it. I don't know, or maybe it was sweet in just a different way. Like people say, oh, there's only several tastes, and like yeah, sure, like sweet, sour, and stuff like that. But the way they can be in like different varieties of those things. You know, like tartness is a mixture of sweetness and sourness. It was not tart. It was not tart. But it wasn't milk I enjoyed. But yeah. No, like Ireland and as well. Obviously we have like a lot of like stuff here. Wait, when you say Ireland, do you mean Northern or Republic of Ireland? Because they're different things, and people get mad at you for it. Mainly the people in Ireland. Though many of them actually don't give a shit. It's like, yeah, I'm Irish, and like they're not gonna specify it. They'll just say, yeah, I'm Irish. So fucking what? Republic, I see. Look Like when I was reading, like I didn't actually realize that. So like when I thought about it, like it made sense, but I didn't realize that like Republic of Ireland use euros and Northern Ireland uses pounds. I kind of realized that. I was reading the Artemis Fowl books. Don't know if you ever read them. Very good books by Owen Colfer. I was reading the Artemis Fowl books when I was younger, and it mentioned they're all doing transactions in euros. I'm like, oh, I thought it was Irish, and why are they using pounds? Like, oh, it's Republic. That makes sense. I never really thought about it though. Every latte I had was the best I'd ever had. Just the milk. I don't drink a lot of like coffee drink. Okay, I don't know if this is weird now. I don't drink coffee. I don't drink alcohol. I just drink like milk, juice, and water. I guess I don't like tea that much. I'm basically a fake Brit. I don't drink tea. I don't like Doctor Who or Harry Potter. I mean, okay, I think Harry Potter's fine. I'm not really a big fan of Doctor Who, but I think Harry Potter's fine. That's so valid. Milk is based. Lamette, I don't think anyone I've ever heard except for me has said milk is based. Actually, I don't think I've ever said milk is based, but I love milk. I don't think anyone is like that. Thank you, Lamette. You've made me feel really valid today. Everyone else says milk is gross. You should shit yourself. It's like, what? Like you, when you drink milk, is that why you hate it because you shit yourself? I, on the other hand, love milk and will consume it. And realistically, we'll probably do a bit less milk, but it's okay. I do drink less milk nowadays, though. I drink a lot of water now, just because I'm like, man, milk is so expensive now. It was like almost getting up to £2 for like. Yeah, I go through a lot of milk. It's very bad. I also live in a house with several people as well who all drink milk, which is why we go through so much milk. But milk itself now is just getting very expensive over here. It's like £1.70 or something like that. £1.70 for like a 4-pint bottle of milk. I don't know how you measure milk in Canada. Wait, I know you have like. Do you get like bags of milk? I've seen those. I've seen bags of milk and they look very endearing to me. When I first heard the term a bag of milk, I was thinking like, oh, is it kind of like when you have those like what they call water bladders? People use them on like hiking trips and stuff to just like store large amounts of liquid, which they can easily suck up through a long hose straw thing, and like I was like, I thought it was like that, but no, it's not. It's like an actual like more of a sack. You get bags, it's like 4 liters at a time. I see. Interesting. So we even like pints over here, I guess. That's generally what people refer to them as. But yeah, it's very expensive now over here to get milk. So I could probably do cutting back on it. I drink a lot of water now. Also, milk is apparently not very good for your throat. So I try not to drink it before stream. But yeah. Also reminds you, Cadbury's is very iconic, has that very iconic imagery of like pouring the milk into like glass and a half full of milk, and it's really like you can't do that. I was watching the YouTuber Adam Ragusi and he explained it's like, oh yeah, of course that makes a lot of sense. Where like if you use milk if you try and mix milk with the natural fats and oils of cocoa or dried cacao beans or the nibs they make, the cacao nibs, it won't blend because water doesn't mix with it. Realistically, they're probably using just powdered milk. And even then, yeah, that's if you try and make fresh milk chocolate from home, you'll need to use powdered milk for it. Even like white chocolate as well. It's the oils and the fats, the cocoa fats, the cocoa butter left behind from processing cocoa nibs, mixed with milk powder essentially, to get white chocolate. And yeah, you mix cocoa powder, you mix milk powder in with the cocoa nibs to make milk chocolate. I think some people do poorly with milk in the throat and it helps, some helps, depends. Yeah, I think it's okay. I hear it's bad and I try not to do it, but then I'll have milk and I'm like, man, my throat is doing way better now. I don't know why. I think water unless water is just like bad for me here. The water here is bad. Water rhymes with heart. Commodore, your wit is unmatched, and your milk consumption is also probably terrible. Yeah, no, but like people say, oh, it's bad to drink milk, and I'm like, okay, I will not drink milk before stream. Then I'll have some milk, and I'm like, wow, my throat feels way better. Maybe it's like the fat content. I never drink full fat milk though. I drink like semi-skimmed now. There used to be like a farm shop nearby me. Like I used to drive to it, so I go there with my family sometimes, and it was very, very lovely. They had like a lot of really good milk. It was all like freshly squeezed from cows, and then the farm shop kind of got really big and started to expand, and the milk just didn't taste as good anymore, and it was all very disappointing. It was very creamy milk, right? You could like really taste the cream in it, but yeah, as it got bigger, I guess it had to change things. It got expanded more, and it just wasn't the same as it was. And like, damn. And they had really good ice cream as well. It was really good, but yeah, the milk was not. Is a milk drinker and loves lattes. So comfy. Okay, excellent. So we're all milk drinkers here. We're all based milk enjoyers. Together we have identified several locations where the time gears may be found. We ask that everyone split into groups and investigate each of these potential sites. First, Loudred and Corfish. I'm assigning you to the Eastern Forest. That's the huge forest far to the east, of course.
Got it.
Hey, hey, we'll do our best.
Next, Bidoof and Dugtrio and Sunflora. Hang on, didn't Dugtrio go off on a journey of self-discovery or something? We'd like to search Crystal Cave. Yep, will do.
Understood.
Oh my gosh, it's such hard.
And finally, LJ and Quartz. You two are assigned to the Northern Desert.
The Northern Desert?
Correct. Open your wonder map. Okay. See this area here? You can't see, it's very high above my... It's on just above my feather. The area on the map is obscured by clouds, but the dry terrain starts in this area here. We call full fat milk homo milk here. That one did not translate well overseas. I learned the hard way. Okay. So, assuming that it's not like meaning like homosexual, why homo milk? Like homo sapien? Like homo sapien milk? What's... I'm trying to think what the root origin of the word could be to name it homo milk. Because we just call it whole milk. Oh, homogenized. Oh, I see. Yeah, I guess the milk and cream are homogenized too. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah. Okay. That does make sense. Calling it a homo milk. Yeah, I can see where the confusion comes in though, but I would. Yeah, homogenization makes sense. Okay, that makes sense. You know, we just call it whole milk and skimmed milk and semi-skimmed milk over here. Like, I hear like a lot of American cooking YouTube channels and cooking shows be like 2% milk. What the fuck is 2% milk? I don't know what that is. You don't calculate milk by fat percentage over here. I don't know. I don't like skimmed milk. It tastes kind of too watery. It sounds like water with milk, with a milk flavoring, and I don't like that. Like, nyeh. 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 Brooklyn Rage. Oh yeah, hang on, we're meant to be playing a video game. Outside it's rumored that a vast desert extends from the point onward. We suspect that a time gear is hidden in the depths of the desert. This is where we're sending you to investigate. Metal Gear. We're dropping you in. I don't know what the opening of Metal Gear Solid 3 goes like. I've never played Metal Gear Solid 3. So like, is there meant to be like, hang on, wait, so Metal Gear, we have the coolest genetic mutation or post. I've lost his mutation to be retro. If I lost his mutation, I'd be a guinea pig for retroviral gene editing. Well, we actually just talked about earlier on, Commodore, about the gene thing. You mentioned the other day about like a Viking rune being found, and we're just talking earlier on about how like when explorers like Leif Erikson and other people from Iceland arrived, likely in Canada, they likely would have given the natives there cheese as a trade offering and a peace offering, which apparently they did not like, not because it tasted bad, but because they thought the food had been poisoned, because the next day they were having terrible shits, and it all because the native people there had not developed the need for milk like in Europe, I guess, and so they just didn't have it available to use, which I think is very funny. But yeah.
What about me?
Dicklet will remain at the guild. We can't very well leave the guild completely unattended.
Krogan and I are staying behind the guild too. The work we do at the guild is important too. Let's make sure we keep our good work.
Yes.
Yeah, let's find some tigers, everyone. Come on! Yunta! Cultural assumptions. Well, that people would eat cheese. I mean, all you can do is assume until proven otherwise. The northern desert is not only wide and deep, it is raked by vicious sandstorms. Please do take care.
Will do, thank you. Let's do our best.
Yippee!
Good luck catching the criminal Grovo. Okay. Oh, we can put in our Spinnerack now. Okay, well, let's put a little spinny boy in. He's level 1, so he's probably going to get killed very easily. That's okay. We have him join the team now. Wait, is it male? We can see Ariadne is a male name, right? I called it Ariadne because I'm very Greek-pilled recently after finishing Epic last night. Yeah. Unfortunately, it's not a girl, but Ariadne, we'll just make it work as a boy's name. People could eat it. It's cool that we have frozen non-dairy desserts now. Wait, what? People could eat it. It's cool that we have frozen non-dairy desserts now. No, I mean at the time, they could eat it, but there's a lot of people were not like. In America, people coming from Europe to America, right? And like Europe had like kind of adapted to using it. Reassumption people could process it. No, like in Americas at the time, like a lot, like yeah. So this was like hundreds of years ago, mine. Now people can do because they developed their means to. But you are right that that like we do have like little desserts now which don't need to have like which can still be eaten by anyone. Yeah, like 1,000 years ago. Yeah, actually even less than that. Again, like this is like several hundred years. It still has several hundred years ago, but like it was still like a trait which needed to be adopted by people. Like a lot of like the Native Americans and stuff could not do it a lot of the time, just because they hadn't like really adopted into like pre-Columbian. They hadn't like adopted the ideas like farming cows and stuff and cattle. And so who else? Right, guys, who we're gonna bring here? We've got Bobbly, the Oddish. We have Ronald, the Psyduck. We have Merc, the Marchap. The Marchop. Before Columbo. I love Columbo. Columbo's great. There's a really good YouTuber who does a really good Columbo impression. I was watching a really funny video, which was like Columbo versus L from Death Note. And it's just like he basically just through his incessant questioning, L ends up confessing that he's Kira. Also, I never watched Death Note, right? I know how it ends. I know all the twists in it. Because I have friends and stuff who've my friend once told me about it, and I've had other friends who just like wouldn't show about Death Note. I never watched it though, but like it's really funny watching that show, and it's like, how did he know I'm Kira? And it's like, when you think about it, it's like whenever someone has a big monologue, they're basically just sitting there in silence for like up to 30 seconds plus, and if you're just sitting there and like, so do you know anything about Kira? And you just sit there like. No, I don't know anything about Kira. Really, because I heard that Kira actually sounds like it looks a lot similar to you. Well, that's a rather big coincidence, isn't it? Like, just people sitting there, and like Elle sitting there, and Elle and Kira just sitting, staring at each other in absolute silence as they have this internal monologue of what the other might be thinking. And it's like, man, it's no wonder you got found out. You're really bad at depression. Your overthinking has been your undoing, like Yagami. I also find it very interesting that he's referred to as light, though, and not like the Japanese word for light. He uses the English word light, Yagami. Unless it does it in the Japanese version. Oh yeah, we have Paddington the Lotad. I love this. I'm really proud of myself for that name. Paddington for Lotad. Barbara the Barboach. Krytic, I think it's meant to be. Krytic the Anorith. Stall the Starly. Charlie the Chingling. And no Whooper. We have Whoopie the Whooper. Lemmy the Tangler. Who are we putting in here, folks? We need one more little fella. Tell you what, those weapons are ground types. What a bunch of ground and rock types. I feel like the star might be useful. Come, star.
Oh, the new Weekly Jobs Guild? Well, catch that, Grovile. Come on!
Ah, Eldraine Quartz. You've been assigned to the task sketching the Northern Desert. I'm counting on you two. Okay. We should probably actually play the game now, shouldn't we? Hello, Krogunk. Put my swap in a good use, you two. Like for catching Grovile. He's got one of those trendy Kira names. Oh, I see. They do spell it with the moon kanji. Okay. I love Death Note. I'm still upset they never did the Death Note musical in English. Oh yeah. You know, actually, that reminds me. You know, Prince of Tennis. You guys know the series Prince of Tennis? You could also read that as Taito. Okay. So it could be Taito Yagami. Interesting. But they do pronounce it using the English word light. So I guess Taito is like a corruption of Laito. Raito. Yeah, right. Raito. So it's, yeah, Laito. Light. Yeah. Raito. Light. No, okay, so I know about like the Death Note stage shows and the musical. Do you guys know there's like several Prince of Tennis musicals? And like Prince of Tennis was like massively popular in Japan. But yeah, the T and the R are very similar. No, the T and the L. The Taito Raito. The T and R can be as well. Taito Raito. No, it was, yeah, Prince of Tennis, massively popular in Japan, has like multiple stage shows and musicals based on it. Man, they'll just make stage shows, anything. I know like Goddess of Victory Nikke had a stage show recently, and I'm like, okay, cool, I guess. QWERTY, the R is the next to the T. I always think of like Metal Gear Solid, where they have this like organization whose name you can't say. It's called Lalelulelo. And it's meant to be like a code name for something, for a word you can't say, which is difficult to say. Musical stuff and like every big series. Yeah. Man, Prince of Tennis. It's a series I've never seen, but I know it's like it was like so popular when it came out. Like people were like getting into tennis because of Prince of Tennis. Like people thought Haikyuu was big. Haikyuu was like, okay, Haikyuu was massive, right? It was. Again, Haikyuu's a series. I'm not big into sports series. I'm really not. Everyone I've spoken to at Haikyuu has nothing but praise for it. My brother is a big Haikyuu fan. Man, Haikyuu was like... Maybe it wasn't as big over here, but like Prince of Tennis made Haikyuu look small comparatively. It was such a phenomenon. It was a phenomenon was the word. Like, there was like Prince of Tennis mania. Like Pokemania, but for Prince of Tennis when it came out in Japan originally. Yeah, IPAL, yeah. Now, yeah, there's absolute mania for Prince of Tennis upon its initial release. Like, I imagine like a lot of big pro tennis players today in Japan probably read Prince of Tennis in some capacity. Because it definitely increased the amount of tennis players in Japan. Not Imperial Pale Ale. Welcome to the Krogunk Swap Shop. Swap. I'm really swapping here, boys. Okay, we want to get rid of the, what does the old brooch do? For Aerodactyl. I don't have an Aerodactyl. Lucky Leaf. Do I have any of these? These are like 1-star rarity. No, these are for guys I can't use. Who's this for? Camera up, I thought as much. Oh, what does it do? Info. Absorbs damage from water type moves to restore health. Oh my god, that's incredible! What does Lucky Leaf do? Slightly boost defense. Keeping the treasure bag to get its benefits. Okay. Then Vampy Claw. Boost attack. And is it sharply raises attack? So slightly raises, okay. Swap. Mantike Beam and the Minimum Tail can go. They're about the same. They're about the same for it. Yeah. No. Wait, has anyone here seen Haikyuu, actually? Everyone says it's a really good show. Oh, I do remember that my brother was telling me this when he was reading it, because he was reading it as it was coming out. So, it talks about the 2022 Olympics meant to be in Tokyo. And unfortunately, they never happened because of COVID. Wait, was it meant to be in Tokyo? No. Yeah, it was. I don't know if it was meant to be in Tokyo. I just can't remember. But yeah, the Olympics and like the 2022 Olympics never happened. Whoa. Seems to me you're swapping off without a hitch. These exclusive items you swap you as a lucky leaf. Say it's pretty rare. Treat it with care. Anything else you want to swap? So, which exclusive item do you want? Look at the claw. Also, Phampies, how can they have claws? They have little hoofs. Hoofs? No, don't want to get rid of Electifying and the Elekid card. So you want to swap 2 exclusive items then? They played Haikyuu songs during Japan versus Argentina the last Olympics. Oh, that's cool. I think it was maybe it was meant to be Argentina originally. That's very cool though, yeah. Oh, what's going on? What? Whoa. Excuse me. Oh, right, I thought something different happened there. Was the effect always? Oh. That's cool though, I like that. That's very cool. Man, does anyone else kind of miss when like anime wasn't mainstream though? And you don't have a... I heard like a lot of people are very upset that like apparently that series Solo Leveling Warrior won like the Crunchyroll Awards, and everyone's very upset about it because it's rigged. I'm like, well, yeah, of course it's fucking rigged. It's the Crunchyroll Awards. They've never not been rigged. Also, they're all popularity contests. The awards are popularity contests. So it's whatever is most popular wins, and whatever's most popular nowadays just happens to be what Crunchyroll advertises. So of course it's going to win, you fucking morons. God, some people are stupid. Also, like, why would you put any weight in them? They mean nothing. Again, it is a popularity contest. It is. I wish it became mainstream in the lexicon of everything I like about it. What do you mean by this comment? I'm a bit confused what you meant by that. Let's just save the game here. Save and continue my adventure in the world of Pokemon. Okay, let's go. I think we should have gatekept anime harder. Is that controversial to say? I don't think it's controversial to say at all. I think anime needed to have been gatekept harder to stop all these people coming in and thinking that Jujutsu Kaisen and Solo Leveling Warrior are the shit. Cultural lexicon and sensibilities that are considered dated and antiquated today. Give me an example. What you'd want to be mainstream then. You don't gatekeep, you get gatekept out. It's an important part of culture. You must gatekeep those who would dare to ruin your thing. Maybe it's not ruined. Maybe I'm just thinking as an old fogey. Maybe there are people back in like the 90s and 80s who like hated people who like thinking Naruto is the best thing ever. Like, you're not real anime fans. You ever watch Evangelion? Actually, I still not watch Evangelion. Everyone knows that, yeah, Evangelion's good. And I love mech series, and I've just never watched it. And I'm like, I probably would like Evangelion if I saw it, but I've never watched it. The thing is, I love Digimon Tamers, so I'd probably really like Evangelion, because it's like that, but with giant robots instead of Digimon. I guess it would be more apt to say it's the other way around. Are we good? Do we need any, like, apples? We have 2 apples. We'll be fine. Actually, what jobs do we have? We need a job list. Drenched Bluff. Okay. Let's go to Drenched Bluff. The kind of stuff that was big in nerd culture in the late 20th century, except for Evangelion. No, I need like a specific word choice. You want like lexicon becoming part of the mainstream. What's a specific part of the lexicon? Or any sentence or word you would want to be mainstream? That's what I'm confused by here, Commodore. Because what you're asking here is a very specific thing you want to be part of. Have you happened to see Dugtrio anywhere?
3 of us, but he's not real. I was supposed to go to Crystal Cave, but we weren't paying attention. Dugtrio went after him by himself. What is he going into? Well, what if when Dugtrio decides to join us?
Yeah, I thought he was going on an adventure across the sea or something like that. Is that not the case anymore? Bum, bum. Hello?
Oh, see, you hear us. We must postpone our journey. We must participate in the capture of Grovile. We will. We will capture Grovile without fail. Though it is frightening, we will do our best. We need encouragement. Oh, Vass, see?
Is that it? Okay. Oh, never mind. I just realized I've barely been playing this game, just been talking. I once remember seeing this meme. It was very funny. It was like there must be a name for something where you're jumping around in a game and not doing anything. That phenomenon where you just jump around and don't do anything whilst talking with someone you know. It's very funny. I'm like, yeah, I understand that feeling. I guess this is me streaming a lot of the time. Because I can't multitask very well. I guess we'll go to Drenched Bluff for now. We'll send Stahl back home. Awesome.
Dunsparce joined your team.
Yippee!
Okay. Dun, dun, dun.
Go, my Geopebble. Fly.
Nice, already level 2.
Say he's gonna be great, boys.
It's hard to describe. It's like, if I see it, I'll know. There's really funny sci-fi adventure seinens that are more somber than dreadful with cigars and whiskey atmosphere with MC that's written like Cowboy Bebop. Oh, I see it. Okay. So, I guess I think it sounds like you're wanting more cultural touchstones. Is that what you're getting at here? That's what it sounds like to me. You know, like Cowboy Bebop, massively influential. I have seen that. But like a cowboy. Like a non-costumed hero. Oh, right. So, you wanted something which could like... Wait, no, I actually don't... Commodore, you've explained this terribly at every single possible point, and I still don't understand what you're talking about. Hero is just a guy. Well, I wouldn't even... Look at Cowboy Bebop, no one's really a hero in that show. Everyone's kind of just doing their own thing. They're bounty hunters. They're bounty hunters and criminals and hackers. None of them are like heroes by any means. Wow, he's really leveling up quick. Is this the power of an egg? Is this the power of Ultra Instinct? Dun 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 ba da na 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 ba da 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 da. You see, Commodore, we were having nice friendly milk talks, and now you've come in here saying all this nonsense about anime not being gate-kept. I'm more ideal guy that somebody can shoot for, but yet is competent and confident. Well, Goku is someone people could shoot for, but I guess that was not what you're looking for. The amount of people who look up to like Goku and Piccolo as like role models is insane. A lot of people look up to Goku and Piccolo. I don't think Goku should be looked up to though. He's kind of an asshole. Goku's an idiot. He's not an asshole, but he's like a bad dad, right? Baton Pass Pursuit. What does Baton Pass do in this game? Position with a position of other Pokemon in the room successively. What does String Shot do? These people want even the distance. Well, why would you use that over... You know, forget Scary Face. A more idealized Vegeta, I understand. I honestly... No, I don't understand. Vegeta is a mass murderer. He's killed actual planets worth of people. Oh, I guess it idealized. Okay. Like, no, actually, no, I still don't get it. I don't think I want to aspire to be someone like Vegeta. I think a really good role model I really like from, like, anime is Yo Asakura from Shaman King. He's a guy who just kind of, like, wants a comfy life for himself, but he's in a position where he can't do that because he's forced to be involved in all this ghost stuff. And so he kind of just wants to be involved, and he's getting involved in this big tournament, this big shaman fight, to make an easy life for himself. And he's very much one, especially more in the manga, you see it more as the series goes on, because it goes past what the anime did, but there's definitely this idea of like, hey, I just don't want to fight people. I'd rather think like there's more to be learned from compassion than violence. And I really like that mentality. I don't think it's like, whilst there's many like shonen anime protagonists who wish for like, who use the power of friendship and stuff, so there's not very many of them who are like, Yo isn't necessarily reluctant to fight, but he'd rather, he doesn't want to have to fight anyone at all, right? But he's not necessarily reluctant to. Maybe he is. I think he's a very good character though. I think he's like, there's a lot of intrigue in him. He's very much like very down to earth, very laid back. Yeah, I can leave that Poke right there. Yeah, why not? Like, there's a lot of stuff going on with him where it's like, he's very much just like a pacifist all the way through, but he's also one who's not afraid to fight and use force if necessary, but he'd rather not. He'd always rather be the one to preach like peace and love over anything else. People might say that's kind of a hippie ideology. Oh my god, I remember seeing this post, this fucking dumb fucking asshole. She was like online, she was like, oh man, I love Korra. Aang was a pussy as a kid. I was like, Aang is like such a good character. And she's like, yeah, I thought Aang was a pussy because he wouldn't kill people. And it's like, that was a massive part of his character, that he wouldn't kill anyone. That was a big character moment for him. And like, you're saying you thought he was an asshole and a pussy because he wouldn't do that. I think that says more about you than him as a character. I think that says you're just like a violent person. Yeah, she was a very unintelligent person. I don't think I don't Goku to be psychologically believable. That's why I meant more ethical Vegeta. I guess like Vegeta has struggles you can very visibly see. Like he has like very much especially near like the Buu saga. He has like very much like understandable like ideological things about his own self, trying to understand who he is and what he's become. He had this very set idea of who he was meant to be, this prince of the strongest warrior race around, and later on everything, all the plans of his life set before him have fallen to the wayside. I don't think it needs to be aesthetically believable. I think you have someone who's very rambunctious and bombastic in their appearance. Oh my god, Dunsparce's my team, let's go. Yeah, let's give you a nickname. Dundee. We're calling him Dundee. That's a good name for Dunsparce. Unless anyone has any other names, I'm calling him Dundee. Where's the N? Dundee. Dundee, join the team. Dunsparce is actually pretty good in like competitive Pokemon. She's not like a top tier guy apparently, but like it's got like enough of a skill set to be really good. Also, it's broken in Little Cup, so Dunsparce got like a new evolution in new games, Dunsparce, which is just it but slightly longer, and because it got an evolution, Dunsparce was able to be put into Little Cup, the fan tier for like I guess baby Pokemon, like not fully evolved Pokemon, first stage Pokemon. Because he got an evolution, Dunsparce got put in that and is like way too strong for Little Cup, so he got banned from it. He got banned from Little Cup because he was just too powerful. And I really love that. Same with Girafarig as well. Girafarig got it's called Farigiraf, the evolution, and it's just like Girafarig got put in Little Cup and it destroyed the tier. It destroyed everything. Nothing could stand against it. I think but no, Commodore, I don't think tiers need to be aesthetically believable. mean, okay, you gotta look at what a character's purpose is, right? Like, Goku was not designed to be a relatable character. Goku was designed to be like a parallel of Sun Wukong from the Journey to the West in like a comedy action series, which was what Dragon Ball originally was. I don't think Goku's character really developed or changed much along with the series, which I think is why there's more of a push for Gohan earlier on as like a successor to him, who I think for many people is a lot more believable as a character, right? He's kind of this kid who's forced into a situation to fight when he really would rather not, and when his mum would really rather him not. So yeah, it's a bit of a poor situation. I like well, everyone loves Trunks. You're not special for that, God. No one has ever thought Trunks is a lame character. Everyone likes Trunks. Hang on, let's look at this Dunsparce we got. Let's go at Dundee. Crocodile Dundee. Wow. Where's Dundee? Dundee. Summary. He's level 1. Oh, man. Wait. Moves. What moves do you have? You only have Rage? Oh. Dundee. You done did me dirty. Well, we might as well put you in for now anyway, just in case. Who knows? Maybe you could be amazing. Maybe you could be legendary. Who knows? I know life and fate are scary, but I wanna be legendary. You done did me dirty like Doug Dimmadome. I want the Dimmadome. I want the Dimsdale Dimmadome. Doug Turner, my name is Doug Dimmadome. Owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome. Why is it doing that? Is Doug Trio gone now? You can tell he had a fun voice acting that ordination. Doug Dimmadome! Owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome! I don't know who's the voice of Doug Dimmadome, but yeah, he probably did have fun doing it. Imagine he got like a radio show voice for it. He probably based on like radio presenters and they were like, these kind of like oh, hang on, wait. Item, no. Jobless. We're gonna go. Retrieve the stolen item, the decor orb from Yanma and Craggy Coast. Take job. Imagine you did a little like radio work and such. Auctioneer 2, you are correct, yes. And like, what are they called? What's it called in America where you ride on a bull? Like, not a real bull. Listen, it's a real bull. I had to head out now. Have a great rest. No worries, Limit. It's always lovely having you here. Thank you very much for coming by. I appreciate it. Enjoy your milk. I mean, I don't know if you're having milk at the moment, but enjoy milk. He's Jim Ward. Is that the actor?
Yippee!
Oh, whoa, he's level 7 now. It's sick. Excellent. Level 4 in one go. Let's go. I am having milk, thank you. Let's go. Lament, I've never met such a based milk enjoyer like yourself. It really makes my heart happy. It fills my soul with gladness. With glee even. Glee, like glee. You get enough glee in the world nowadays. I don't mean the musical. I know I never watched Glee. Is it any good? It was a TV show. It was like a musical TV show. Is that what it was? It was what Glee was. I never got around to it. And honestly, I'm pretty okay with that. I just know there was the term Glee Club thrown around a bit for anyone doing like musical theatre. Oh no. Okay, what do you want to learn? Constrict! What do you do? Looks down to the target may also reduce target's movement speed by 1 level. Well, I guess we can get rid of Baton Pass for that. It's interesting to see how they've reworked certain moves in this game to work for a Mystery Dungeon format, because obviously some of the moves in normal Pokemon just do not work otherwise. I think this would be a if you're making a Mystery Dungeon Pokemon game, it'll be a good idea to take this game into consideration a lot of the time. Not obviously a lot of people do that when they do these kind of games, but not just for the reasons you think, but also just for like ability designs and stuff and move and attack designs. There we go.
Begone, thought.
Oh, you just have water pulse. Okay, love that. Awesome, so I can get around confusion by just using that. Sick. Excellent, okay. Who picked up my money? There you are, you bastard. Oh, cock and ball torture. No, no.
You just used a Reviver Seed, you asshole.
Oh, and you weren't even the right Wingull. Oh, this sucks. God, so much damage. Oh, Krabby. I like Krabby. Krabby's cute. Oh, I got the Giga Drain TM in the last one, but I got knocked out and I reset the game because I didn't want to lose all my items, so I lost a bunch of good items. So I don't have Giga Drain on him anymore, which sucks, but oh well. Okay. Ooh. Don't mind if I do. Aha, you must be the one with the money.
Begone.
Excellent.
Begone, bot.
You see, this is how they get around posting, like, thing. Oh, wait, no, it didn't show up for you. Okay, excellent. Wait, no. No, okay, cool, it banned him. Sick. How do I get rid of the message? There's a message just popped up for me in stream, but not for you guys. So that's weird. Oh well, it's fine. Ariadne is picking up pace there really quickly. See with Dundee. Oh, it's only 80 Pokey. Oh, man. Oh, that's my eat one of that. Either that or just picked up. And a Pokemon just spawned in randomly. Excellent. Wait, was it third floor? Oh, there's mission objectives. Is it 6th floor? Okay. Nice. Okay. Moves. Absorb. So much damage to it. Oh, hello. Nice to see you, Stairs. Okay. Commodore, what's like a, not Vegeta, but what's a character you feel that you've been directly is there any character you feel that you've been directly inspired by as a result of anime? Like a figure who you feel is like a good role model figure? Because Goku is stupid, but again, he was not, I was saying before, Goku was like, is kind of this character who never really grew with the series. I'd say the same for Luffy as well. A lot of people really like Luffy, and I just think Luffy's never grown as a character. And you could argue, oh, you don't need to grow as a character. You're right, you don't. But in a series where the world is growing like One Piece, man, it'd be interesting nice if Luffy did grow as a character a bit, when he's still really the same guy as he was like ages ago. Which I guess is like, you got a good core to your character there, but like, I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Ooh, a box. Ooh, Wingle wants to join your team. Okay, what are you gonna call Wingle here? Let's give you a name. Winifred. No, Windred. Windred. No, 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 no. Windred. Mildred and Wingle. But also, like, Dread, like a Dread wing. I guess we'll send Dundee back.
Yippee!
Okay. We're on the 5th floor. I thought we were on the 6th floor already. Damn, I miscounted. Surely the stairs must be in this large room. Never mind. Damn, okay. Just put in some work there. Nice. Love to see it. What should I make for tea tonight? I don't know. Just realized then I should get some food. Maybe make some like mashed potatoes or something. That'd be nice. Don't have mashed potatoes in a little while. Oh my god, I got a Gastrodon. Let's go. Oh my god. Okay, what are we calling Gastrodon? I'm gonna call him Slugger, because he slugs you with his fists, even though he doesn't have fists. Slugger. Slugger. Let's send, do we want to send anyone back, actually? I don't know. Let's... Well, we already have a ground type, so how about a flying type? We already have, you know, Windred might be better than having Starly. Well, for now... Oh yeah, Negruto level 10, nice. We already have a ground type on. I'm trying to think about type diversity and like what we might need. Oh my goodness, 242 damage, that's insane damage. Nice, okay. Hello. The stairs are here now. Wanted outlaw spotted.
Exploration team, run!
Moves. Hang on, well I can use one of my orbs. Easy pickings. Easy. And then, no, moves. Razor Leaf. How? Oh, that is such bullshit. This is a skateboard. That's a little disappointing, but it's okay. It's all good. We'll find him next time. Ba, 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 Let's try that again, shall we? Okay. Let's go and see if we can't track down that little bugger. Members. We're going to bring in... You know, I think Star will be better than Wingull, maybe. Moves, what do you have? Okay, Windred, stand by. And then let's go for Star. Okay, we're definitely gonna win this time. We got you in the bag, boy. We got you in the bag, boy. I didn't realize he could have so much health. Tell you what, let's see if we have any other orbs we can use to stop him. Why does it keep slowing down like that? Okay, but... We have a ton of Reviver Seeds. Take. Okay, we have orbs. Boosts critical hit ratio, knocks a foe flying, turns enemy into a decoy. What does that mean? Hurls a Pokemon. Foe Seal Orb. Okay, sure, I'll take that. Take another Escape Orb just in case we fail here. Actually, hang on, wait. One more time. One more time. Da 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 da. Okay, what else can we get here? What does Spurn Orb do? Randomly warps enemies. That will not be useful for me here. Makes enemies confused. Yeah, let's take a Totter Orb. We'll need orbs for this, because otherwise he's way too... He seems way too bulky to just, like... avoid attacks normally. Also, do we have our money away? We should probably put that money away. Welcome to the Duskull Bank. Okay, let's go. Craggy Curse. And after this, we'll probably do like a story quest. Oh my god, Dratini, you're rare. Well, I guess maybe not that rare. Oh. Oh, this just let me ride in a circle. Oh my. Here we go. Let's get the 6th floor as quick as possible. There we go. Oh, there's money there. Money! Is that a Graveler? Oh, it's a Geopebble. Ah, well. Not me trying to get in a Geopebble when I'm trying to use them all up. Oh my. Oh my goodness. Oh my giddy aunt. No, I'm good. I already have a Gastrodon, thank you. Done. I read there's a speed run for this game to like get all recruitments, and it's like one of those difficult speed runs for the entire category. It's very it runs the entire game. Even that category is one of the most difficult runs of the game. Items. Let's go with Seal Orb. And then we go with oh, hang on, wait. Items. Because we bump up the speed, we'll do more attacks, won't we? Quick Orb. Will I do more damage? I use like Razor Leaf. Oh, I did say that. Okay. Knocked out Outlaw Yama. Let's go. Decoy Orb. Nice. Okay. Yes. Okay. Oh. Easy pickings, lads. Easy pickings.
Oh, thank you for getting back my decoy orb. The Avengers Explosive State team said.
Ooh. Yes, I'll take a Dodrio, thank you. You'll be my new flying type. Dylan. No. What's a good name for a Dodrio? I think Dylan came to me very quickly, but like Dylan with an I. I don't know why Dylan with an I came so quickly, but we're gonna go with it. Dylan. Okay. Okay, now we can do like a main story thing. The next morning. Ma. Save and continue, please. Na. Ba-da-ba-bum. Okay. And then, what we shall do is we shall go here and pick up this. Members. We shall put Stall on standby. Wait, attack 23, defense 11, special attack 23, spec defense 10. Surely you'll be stronger than Stall if you get leveled up a bit, right? Surely. Nada. So are these like quests from like the cafe? Are they all quests which will like give you a new member? Hello. Thank you for continuing assistance capturing outlaws. Hapini. Okay, we'll do it another time. I believe I had a gummy here. Blue gummy. Excellent. Drink now. Drink of the gummies of life. My sweet little baby boy. Oh, I forgot. I've never finished. I was mentioning earlier on. So, like, I made a Basque cheesecake the other day. It's like the first time I've made one in quite some time. I was using a different recipe than I normally do. One which gives it a much bigger and thicker and richer flavor than what I've normally done. But the guy who I got the video from, he got it after speaking with this cafe, I guess, this cake shop in Spain, which was the original place to develop the Basque style cheesecake. And eye drop seed. And yeah, it's really nice. It's quite rich. But I didn't put any manchego cheese in, which is what they suggested putting in. No, honestly, it's shame no one else is going to eat it because I'm going to have it by myself. But like, and it's a lot of food. It's a big cake. But honestly, man, it's so good. Oh yeah, your teammates don't appear in the cutscenes anymore, do they?
The Northern Desert is through here. Time Gear really is here. Grovyle should show up here for sure. Let's do our best and find that Time Gear.
Oh dear, we're already surrounded.
Oh, thank God I swapped in there. I never stood much of a chance. And now Dojo level up. Let's go. Already to level 4. Nice. Pluck. That's the... inflicts damage to target if the enemy has beneficial food and to bury the user steals and eats it, getting its effect. Info. Oh, hang on. Power 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stars. 1, 2, 3. What does Rage do? Gives the user an enraged attack. It's boosts attack by 1 every level. Every time the user takes damage. I don't like that. Level 6 already go. My goodness. Level again. Okay. Oh, I did it. Okay, nice to see.
Hey, looks like my level's up.
Imagine being born in this world and just instantly fighting in dungeons. What a miserable existence. But I guess that's what we do to Pokemon in the main games. We birth them and then breed them for fighting. It's not the end of the world, I guess. Pokemon love to fight, after all. That's what the first game said before they were retconned, and Pokemon are like lovable creatures now, rather than dangerous monsters which need to be tamed for the sake of humanity. Which makes more sense than keeping them as just animals. I'm thinking a lot about like an own world I could make with like these kind of with like monsters like this. Trying to think of like different designs. They have some really funny designs, but I don't want to say them on stream because it's like, what if someone could hear them and steal the ideas? I don't want that to happen. Oh no. Okay. My butt's sore. I should just get up and walk around for a moment. So yeah, I'll do that. Actually, just a moment. I am back already.
Let us proceed.
At the very least, it seems as though I won't need to worry about not my guys being too low level. They're leveling up very quickly. There you go, see? Oh, it learned Ranger Rage already. Okay. Man, it really wants me to have Rage, doesn't it? Fine, we'll get rid of Peck for it.
But the moment a better move comes along, that guy's out of here.
I'll go this way. You're the only one who can raise the defense there.
Well, I guess I'll just have to absorb your energy. See? No problem at all.
Items. Geopebble, go. Okay. I didn't know they had that. Good to know. I'll be cautious of that in the future, I think. Moose. Razor Leaf. Awesome. Oh, and you're a free absorb target, basically, aren't you? Yippee! Oh, it curls up in a little ball when it gets knocked out. That's cute. Very nice, very cute. Oh. I can see that we receive damage. Okay. We're gonna get worn down quickly, aren't we? This is not great, Boris. Oh, come now. It does so much damage. Look, 3 damage? Absorb. Okay, Quartz still 22. Okay. How did Quartz level it before me? Come on now. Oh, that's alright. Hopefully this should... okay, getting a nice health boost is good as well. Oh, I'm in a circle. This is like the worst floor. I didn't realize that would happen if he he would run away if he gets anxious and low health here. Ugh, that sucks. Dylan's dead. Oh. Oh, okay, nice. Yes. What Baltoy? Balder. I don't know why Balder just sounds like a fun name for a Baltoy. Okay. No. I think sending Dylan back is the call here. He has the lowest health and if the sandstorm picks up again, I don't want to risk him running away. Ariadne, though, is putting in the work. Leech life. Oh, this is when it was terrible, wasn't it? Maybe it's better in this game. String shot, poison sting, constrict. I think that's getting rid of constrict is fine. So Pursuit X is a counter in this game though, doesn't it? Maybe it's actually not that good to have on Ariadne then. String shot. No, Pursuit. Info. Gives the user counter status. It returns damage from physical moves back to the attacking enemy. 24! Balder's level 24? Am I under-leveled for this place? Maybe under-leveled. It's a Carnivine. Maybe worth going after it. I wouldn't mind see if I can get a Carnivine on my team. Not that I'll probably use it because I already have a grass type here. But, you know, I just like Carnivine. I know that people think Carnivines are lame. I just kind of like Carnivine's design. It looks kind of cool. You have weird Venus flytrap Pokemon. I really think it could do with an evolution. Maybe we'll get a Mega Form. I don't know, in the new thing. The new game. Maybe we'll get a Mega for it. Ooh. Hello? We couldn't get the Tyranitar. Or the Larvitar even. Oh well.
It was worth a shot, lads.
Hello. I won't say no to the stairs. Okay. Perhaps I could do with an elixir soon. So much damage. Holy moly. The stairs are down there for a moment. I am blind. Here we are. Here we are, and here we are, and here we go. Ba da na 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 da 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 da. Ba da ba da da na. No. No, I didn't actually like that. If you could just not. Excellent. Oh, an orb. Blowback orb. What does this do again? Items. Blowback orb. Info. Weapon that sends a distant Pokemon flying back. Let's see. Oh, Carnivine, nice, okay. Yes, Carnella. No, Carnella? No, Carnello. No, Carnella? I don't know. Call Carnella for now. I don't know if it's a guy or a girl. Maybe Carnell. Yeah, Carnella, why not? I'm sure we can change the name later, and if not, well, that's okay. Send them back to the guild. We don't need another grass type here already. I guess they didn't have enough cacti Pokemon here, so they wanted them to be representing that, but I don't think it really does. Venus flytraps do not live in deserts by any means. Nice. Well, we'll fix that. What a delightful little apple. And 69 belly, nice. Da, 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 da. Oh, not this again. Okay, I loved it when I missed. Why? Why would you do that? I think having Baltoy on this team was a mistake. Okay, you leveled up, that's good. Ow. See what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna have a moves. Okay, we have a little bit more left when you need an elixir. Moves, absorb. Oh, is it because of the sand that things are missing? Or do we just have low accuracy? Oh my god. Fine, yeah, sure, join. Andrew. You looking Andrew. Andrew the Sandslash. Andrew the Sandshrew. There. Yes. Oh my god, we're getting rid of that stupid Baltoy. Goodness heavens me. I'll be fine, Ariadne. Just hold on a little longer. Items. Max elixir. Do I have any orange berries? Awesome, okay. What was that? Grimy food. The food item somewhat fills the Pokemon belly, but it'll also fit the variety of status problems because it's covered in filthy grime. Be careful of what you eat. Oh, I can throw this at people then, right? Is that correct? I can throw it at people? I'm assuming I can throw it at people. Okay. Let's see here. No, please don't. Oh yeah, Sandshrew can learn Poison Sting. I forget about that. That's like a weird, like, early gen thing. Like, can it still learn Poison Sting now? What is the accuracy on this attack? Moves, absorb, info, hit ratio 6. Is that a 10? I don't know what that means. Am I just like missing loads because of like the stand or something? What? Will you bastards help me? How did the absorb hit that time? I don't understand the accuracy here.
stairs, please, please. Oh no, please, let it be over soon. Oh my god. Oh, the stairs are right there, actually. Do I want to give up the opportunity for so much XP? Oh, never seen that before. Oh dear. Oh, damn. Ariadne put in work there. Then we'll go Razor Leaf here. Okay, and I missed. Look at that. Oh my god, Ariadne is such a beast. Putting in such great work. Love that little guy. How is Quartz level 23 and I'm still... whatever. You know what? Whatever. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We're all fine here, folks. We're all fine. All fine and dandy. There's no sandstorm here to tear us apart. Everything's all good under the hood. $69, nice. Oh! A trap was left behind. Let's not touch that. I think that would be for the best now, wouldn't you think, Si? I think so, definitely. Okay, we're already under attack by 2 dudes. We're outnumbered. But we're not outmatched. Actually, no, they're outnumbered now that I think about it. Okay, we're outmatched. Oh no, I know. Oh dear. Good heavens. Don't expect something like this to be happening on this fine Monday evening, under such duress and harassment from the common vagrants of the desert. I leveled up, actually, nice. Common vagrant deserts. Transfer orb. I've got 2 of those in a row. What do they do? That transforms the target into a different Pokemon. Could be anything, though. Sounds unreliable. Ariadne just puts in so much work there. What a good little lad. Good lad. Good lad, Ariadne.
Yippee!
Oh no, my evasiveness. It's not as if I try and actively dodge attacks, is it? Oh no. Level 14, that's nice. Okay. You're catching up, Ariadne. Keep it up. Ooh. Oh, this is weird.
It's the deepest part of the desert. Watch out, it's quicksand!
Sand's getting sucked down here and there. They're like sand whirlpools. Oh, we'll be pulled in if we get close. Is Hippopotas gonna come in here? It's dangerous here. I don't see anything around here that remotely looks like a time gear. I don't know anything about this part of the game. I never got this far. Maybe there's nothing here. Oh? What's the matter, LJ? This feeling. It's like the one I got a fog-bound leg. I know this place. I've only heard of this place. But it seems like I've been here before. I can't tell which. Either way, I do know this place. Listen, LJ. What's the matter? You were off in your own thoughts there. Well, there seems to be nothing here. How disappointing. Let's report our findings to the guild. Let's go home. No. Let us be. The clouds parted over the northern desert. What? So everyone's back from their searches, but nobody found anything? Disappointing.
alright?
Hey, we went out into the eastern forest just like we were told, but hey, there's nothing really there but this forest.
I thought of something weird. In 2,000 years, there'll be classical studies scholars that will read a highbrow fiction like the Avengers like it's Jason the Argonauts, an archaic coin English that was spoken by the great Trump Caesar Emperor in Paris. I can assure you in 2,000 years no one will be thinking that, because there are dozens of articles also explaining how it is like schlock. No one will be thinking that. Popular, sure, but schlock. Granted, I say that, but people also think that Shakespeare is like, well, yeah, maybe there is some truth, a little bit of truth, maybe not high art, but people thought Shakespeare was high art, and I think he is high art now, but realistically, he was just like a writer, a very good writer, mind, but one who was playing into popular trends of the time period he was writing in. Indeed, Shakespeare even fell off in popularity as time went on, as was the Family Guy of his day. Well, I think it's true. Like, Shakespeare fell in popularity as the years went on. In probably the most pretentious thing I've ever seen from the English literary academic sphere, many people thought that The Tempest was a terrible piece of work when first reading it, because they thought, oh, it's an early work from Shakespeare, it's rough around the edges. But then then it was like, oh, well, it may have been that The Tempest was actually his final piece of work, and then everyone suddenly changed their tone, like, oh, it's a fantastic piece of artistry. You can fart as many times as you want, I don't care. Like, it's a fantastic piece of artistry, like truly the culmination of his life's work. And it's like, you all thought this guy sucked a moment ago, now you're saying this thing is the best thing ever. Get over yourselves, you dumb fucks. But yeah, no, there's nothing like he was just a figure who, again, lived and waned in popularity as time went on, and there's nothing wrong with that, but like, you know, that was the case of it. Hang on. I just pulled a little cap thing out of my chair here, and I don't know where it's meant to go back into. Well, I guess I'll figure it out later on. Bum bum. Ba-dum bum. And as for the crystal cave, it was chock full of crystals. Mighty pretty cave, I tell you. It was so pretty that I just couldn't help myself to crystal.
Oh, when did you pick that up? I was in the whole time, I never noticed.
Medoof, our objective was to find a time gear. We all failed to achieve our objective, but you had the nerve to collect a souvenir totally unrelated to the mission. Who do you think you are?
Oh gosh, I'm sorry. I just wanted to find a treasure for myself, that's all.
Dusknoir, sir, I regret to say it. Our search efforts ended fruitlessly.
Ah, this is vexing. I thought the search locations we chose held promise. I blame my lack of knowledge. I am truly chastened.
Oh my goodness, no! You mustn't blame yourself. It was thanks only to your vast knowledge that we came up with a plan, Dusknoir.
Nonetheless, our efforts have ended in failure. That is a fact. But being hard on ourselves is pointless. Let us reconsider our plan. We'll devise a different strategy tomorrow.
Yes, let's do that, and maybe find success altogether.
I don't like the fact that you couldn't even say anything against, like, your partner's urge to push you out there. That's very annoying to me.
That's how it stands, everyone. That's enough work for today. Rest up, prepare for tomorrow.
Understood.
It's very annoying to me. Interesting that Shakespeare was his dialect. The place where he was born was the last place to transition from late middle to early modern English. Oh, Stratford. Yeah, I've been to Stratford a few times, so visited the Shakespeare Museum a couple of times. It's a nice place, actually. If you ever get the chance to go to England, Commodore, give it a go. I think it's like a few hours into like main London as well. Stratford upon Avon is where he was born. Though, okay, you say this, keep in mind he didn't stay there his entire life. He moved out very early on to live in London, to work on writing as a poet and playwright. I believe he did attend home to visit his wife and such, but his personal life is very unknown to a lot of people. So it's hard to say for certain. The next morning. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, I found the spot where it was the little thing Cat was from.
Eh.
Yeah, it's hard to determine whether he would have been like delayed in that, considering he lived most of his life in London, and he was also like fortunate enough to actually have an education to be able to read and write in the first place. So yeah, I don't know if it's fair to say he would have spoken that kind of dialect. I'm not sure though. Maybe he would have done.
Ahem. And this brings us back to today. Presently, the great Dusk Noir and I are working out a new strategy. While we develop this strategy, we ask you to search for the Nightingales on your own initiative. That is all. Alright, everyone, work hard again today.
Hooray! We're supposed to search our own today, LJ. Where should we go? I wonder. We'll search what we want, but we won't have a clue. Oh, wait a second. Just the rumor out there. There's also a workaholic there. I think a lot of, there's no evidence to support or against it, Commodore. So unless there's definitive evidence, I won't say that he had ghostwriters. This feeling. Oh yeah, we already did this. Yes, that's right. Yes, in the quicksand pits, we assumed that it was a dead end for our search, but maybe there really are secrets there. What's the matter? Are you after another daydream? What, do you want to go back to Quicksand Desert? Well, we were there yesterday. We didn't find anything. What? We're at the Quicksand... Oh, my God. Why didn't you say anything then? Okay, I think what we're going to do there is actually... We're going to leave it there for today. Because it's been like 3 hours now, and I'm getting pretty tired. I need to eat some food. So yeah. We're going to leave it there for today. So yeah. Thanks for watching for today, folks. I do appreciate you all coming by. I think we're back on Wednesday. Probably more Mystery Dungeon. Maybe I'll change things up, though. I'm off this work. Oh yeah, I'm not actually off work this week, so I may change things up to do some of the things for myself, just for personal things. But yeah. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there for today. Thank you so much for watching. I would say the top pulp authors would definitely be Genuine Article and didn't have ghostwriters because they were paid ass. Pulp writers at the time, you mean? Have a good one. Well, that making your way as a poet, as a playwright, was not as a respectable position, and like poetry was respectable, but you also needed a patron for that. So that was what a lot of poets were working at, to get a patron to want to, I guess, pay for their poetry. Yeah. No, have a good one. Keep well, everyone. Have a good one. Keep well. Yeah, probably back on Wednesday. Maybe not though. I'll post in the Discord. Maybe if I'm not, or maybe I'll just like patron. Yes, patron. Patron of the arts. But I have a Ko-fi. I don't know if I ever said this. I do have a Ko-fi actually. Not that anyone gives me money anyway, but I don't have a Patreon, but I do have a Ko-fi, which is very funny. I don't think I've ever really used it though. Anyway. Thanks for coming over. Hope you're having a wonderful rest of your day, evening, afternoon, wherever you are. Keep well, stay safe, eat lots of good food, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Bye. Well, that was the point of Patreon, yes. To pay. They are ones who pay you to commission you for work. Okay, have a good one. See you in a bit. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye. 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 Bye.